Fellow bowling fools. Happy Monday, everybody. Maybe a holiday for most of you guys. I'm going to lower this down because I have a goodie on the table here. All right. Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm going to try to make this a 2-hour. I'm going to try to. I always say that, and I go 2.5, 3 hours. So I want to do the first half of the show or the stream, a Q&A. So anything Q&A with anything bowling ball DIY pro shop related. I've got a box right here. And if you guys, the first person to guess what's in this box, I will send you a surprise package in the mail. The first person to guess what's in this box, and I'll open this up in about 15 minutes. We'll let some people roll in there. What's up, Steve? Another mystery box. I don't know. Maybe I might have got another one. So put your guess down in there. I haven't touched any of the balls that I had that I got for the surprise balls. I'm thinking about drilling one of those up tonight. So I need you guys' help on which one I should drill up. Whatever I drill up tonight, I'm going to go roll at the alley tonight. And I drilled up the wife's old Black Widow 2.0 hybrid. So I'm going to roll that tonight as well, too. So very excited about that one. Steve Suter, Turbo Grips and Joe Pose. I like your guess. Okay, that's your one and only guess. Damon Grunkemeyer, 9503, New Equinox. What's up? Welcome to the stream, New Equinox. Okay, that's your guess. Dumma Balrog, mystery ball from Bowling World. Welcome to the stream. Black Widow Tour V1, Steve Suter, or you wrap the Ditch Panther, or you wrap the Ditch Panther in the box. Yeah, she's too big to fit in this thing. I like your thinking though. That's pretty funny. So Northern California today is the first rainy day. It's been raining all day. Like I said, I work in the wine industry. All the grapes in Napa were all picked this weekend. This weekend was a gorgeous weekend out here. 70-degree weather, crystal clear blue skies. And then today, the rain came in. So if there's still wineries that have the grapes out there, they're going to be ruined. So everything's good to go. Well, you don't think that's funny, huh? Yeah, okay, yeah. Let's see. Steve Suter, remember Christmas vacation? I do. So like I said, put your guess what you guys think is in this box, and I'll open it up at 5:15. So I'm not going to wait too long to open it up. I want to kind of see what is in here. So I'm very excited to see what's in here. Let's see. So how's everybody's been league going? You guys making good scores? How was your weekend going? Double Barrog, have you got a chance to throw your Venom Shock 14-pound yet? I have yet to drill up the 14-pound Venom Shock. Probably should do that tonight.
It's the goat.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's your old one.
I know.
Yeah. You want to put a mic on? Okay.
I'm going to.
Wife refuses to put a mic on. Well, she's going to be leaving in a little bit anyway. I probably should drill that one. I'll probably go grab that one. Maybe I'll drill that one up tonight. I'm going to end up keeping the Rally just because I've had so much good luck with Columbia 300 balls. I have the Pure Madness, which I paired well with. Let's see, what's the other one? Let's see. The Pure Madness. What was the Ricochet? Is Columbia 300 Ricochet? Because I got that one too. That one's a good ball. And a Piranha Power Core Pearl. So I'm actually pretty excited to drill up this Rally. I just don't know how I want to drill it up. I'm thinking maybe, I don't know. It's got a pretty 2.49. I maybe do a 50 or 60 by 4 by 30 or 40. What do you think? Sold a couple more jigs over the weekend too as well. So thank you to those people that are buying jigs. I had to order a whole bunch more hardware today. I should be getting that in a couple more days. And Brad, if you're watching, I'm shipping out your jig first thing tomorrow morning. Because being a holiday, they're not doing any kind of, it's a federal holiday. I don't think they're doing any kind of deliveries or anything. Steve, we do ice wine here? They wait till late December or January to harvest grapes. Yeah, late harvest. Yeah, certain places around here do a late harvest. It's not super common up here, but you'll know when the grapes are left on the vine and they completely rot, and they just have this. They call it the noble rot. It's just like this nasty fungus that grows on the grapes, and then they make wine out of that stuff. You know, I used to show people like, yeah, they make wine out of that. It's the wine you're drinking looks like the grapes look like that. And they're like, what? But there's only a few places here that do it. Yeah, I know they do it more up like Michigan area. And I think New York does a lot of ice wine. I know Canada does ice wine as well. I don't think the weather gets cold enough here for late harvest. But yeah, you guys get ice wine. That's crazy. Yeah, ice wine is where the grapes completely freeze up and then they pick it while it's frozen, right? Billy M, 3292. Welcome to the stream. 14 or 15 pound. What, the Venom Shock? So the Venom Shock that I've got is a 14 pound. That is the ex-wife. So like I said, I'm trying to I'm building a 14 pound arsenal. And like I said, on the last live stream, I had bought 3 mystery balls that were all 14. And they gave me a bunch of hybrids. So I'm sitting with a bunch of solids and a bunch of hybrids. I have no Pearl 14s. I'm tempted to get the High Road 40 in a 14 just because it's only 115 bucks. Try that out. But yeah, the wife's old Venom Shock is a 14 pound. So like I said, I may drill that up tonight. Steve, what's your guess on the new Radical that should be announced tomorrow? I have no clue. I know a couple of the B7 brands are releasing, like Track is releasing a new one. Oh, Radical is, and isn't Brunswick? I think Brunswick is. I think like almost every brand of the B7 is releasing a ball. Was it tomorrow? I think the Track, everybody's saying it might be like a Criterion Pearl. Some people were saying it's a Paragon Shadow Pearl, but I don't know if they would release a Paragon Shadow Pearl that quickly after the hybrid that just came out. Actually, shoot, that didn't just come out. That came out in July. Holy, time flies. What do you think it's going to be, Steve? Demo Balrog, how's the Piranha Power Core Pearl? I'm thinking of picking that one up. Best looking green ball out there right now. You know, it's definitely my top 5, probably my top 3 balls right now. It's a very good league ball, very consistent with it. And it's definitely a sleeper ball. If you don't have it, it's probably going to be discontinued very shortly just because, well, I don't know. I think it's Columbia 300's top seller right now, to be honest with you. I think a lot of people are finding out about that ball. And if you watch the Hypes video on that, he got like a 279 or something. He got like 11 strikes and one. He left a 10 pin and got a spare. It's like, holy crap. So definitely, if you don't have that, get it. They already lowered the price on it. I think it's like 135 bucks right now at several websites. So when they lower the price like that, it means it's going to be discontinued pretty soon. So I'm guessing probably in the next couple months, it'll probably be discontinued. But to be honest with you, I think it's the top seller for Columbia 300. I don't really see that going away anytime soon, but it's already a cheap ball. So yeah, if you don't have it, get it. I would recommend that ball to anybody. And it does look very beautiful going down lane. It's a really cool looking ball. Holy moly, look at this name. Enio Jose Felicio Cisneros, 3417. What's up? Welcome to the stream. It's a hell of a name. Greetings from Venezuela. Right on, man. Thanks for watching my channel all the way out in Venezuela. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Nick, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream, my friend. How you been? Steve, I hope all new katana. You think they're going to build a new katana or make a new katana? Because I thought their katana line was completely done. And when I got the Katana Strike from Bowler's Paradise last year for $70. It was on closeout. And when I took it to the PSO to get drilled, he's like, "Oh, this ball is garbage. I wouldn't even pay $10 for this ball." And the first time I rolled it was amazing. I got like, I think it was like 8 or 9 strikes in a row. I got a really good game. I got like a 250 or 260 game one with that ball. He drilled it pinned down. It was one of my very first pinned down balls. And it is. It's a good shaping ball. I bring it out every now and then. I think I brought it out the other day. I didn't do so well with it out in paddock the other day. I did one game. I was not even worth mentioning the score. But yeah, I wouldn't mind a katana. I wouldn't mind a new katana. What kind of katana you think it's going to be? Something with a new, like maybe HK22C or something? I could see them do. I don't think any of the katanas have HK22C yet, right? I think they're all pretty. They're before that time, right? Enio Columbia 300 yellow dot is back. What? Wow. What has it got? HK22C? That's Italian. But my nickname is Sicko or Psycho. All right. Steve, with the new HK22, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I could see them bringing out. That's what they're going to do. I think most ball companies are going to bring out the older ball, like kind of like what they're doing now. They're bringing out the balls from the 90s and putting new cover stock on there. And I know, I was watching ZVL stream, and he says that I don't think he likes that they do that, but I'm cool with it. I mean, if the ball performs well, I'm gonna roll with it. So I'm pretty happy with those. Yeah, the Columbia yellow 300 yellow dot is the best ball. Yeah, that was before my time. I don't think I've ever had one of those, but I know that was like the GOAT ball, right, for a Columbia 300. All right, so put your vote for any of the balls you would like me to drill tonight. I'll probably just do one, maybe two. If I do two, I'll do the Venom Shock. But what we have up here was we have the 15-pound Severe Collision. We got the Johnny Petraglia ball, which is pretty much the melee jab. We got the Mantra Solid. We got the Columbia 300 Rally, and we got the One Ovation. So let me know which ones you guys want me to drill up, and I'll drill it up tonight. And I'll get feedback from you guys about what kind of layout I should do for it as well, too. GT Ben, welcome to the stream. Sup, Bowen Fool from Atlanta. Right on. First time catching your live stream. My guess is Wizard Plug Kit. Okay. GT Ben, right on. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Gotcha. Steve, the Guru is prime example, new HK22. That ball is mean. Yeah, that ball for me, like I said on last stream, it needed a break-in for me. Like I said, the first time I rolled it, I don't know what was up with the lanes or whatnot, but it just wasn't doing anything. And I was even rolling it slow and it wasn't hooking. I put service on it, and then as I put like 10 games on it, I was like, holy moly, this thing just started to come alive. So I think that ball definitely needs a break-in period. And that ball is good. Like I said, if I thank the Broski for getting me that ball as a birthday gift. So if you're watching, Broski, thank you very much. That ball is one of my best so far. I was kind of worried about it because it wasn't really pairing up with me, and now it's pairing up perfectly. So that's a pretty damn good ball. Steve, threw my first 300 with a yellow dot in 1984. Damn, man. That's a long time ago. That's awesome. I'm sure it was on wood lanes too, right? I don't think they had synthetic back then. GT, Severe Collision, Priest Secret. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Severe Collision as well. Everybody wants me to drill Severe Collision. Enio, I have a question. Yeah, what you got? I need an all-terrain ball. What do you think about the Hammer Maximum Effect and Black Widow Tour V1 and Ebonite, the One Ovation? Well, seeing I don't have any of those balls, I don't know how they roll. I don't know your bowling style. So like I said, I'm not an expert bowler by any means. I just review the balls that I get. I'm not, I pay for all the balls I get. I'm not sponsored. I'm not staffed with anybody. an all-terrain ball for me, I can tell you what my all-terrain ball would be. Let me get my list out. I would have to say some kind of benchmark, maybe like I think probably a phase 2 would be like an all-around perfect ball. It depends on what kind of lanes you're bowling on, like if it's heavy oil or light oil. But for me, I would have to say probably the phase 2. I'm gonna look at my list here because I have so many balls, I forget which balls I have. Archetype hybrid is another good one too. That's a good all around for me. I pretty much everywhere I bring that, it does really well for me. That's actually one of the balls I'm going to be giving out once I get to 1,000. By the way, we're at 9. Last I checked, we're at 9. What is it? 9. What did I tell you this morning? 9:35. Okay. Oh no, it was 9:38. There's 938 later on today. So we're at 938 subscribers. So what is that? 62 more subscribers left to go and we'll reach 1,000. So with you guys' help, if you're not subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. I truly appreciate it. And like I said, I'm giving it, once I hit 1,000, I'm giving away 2 balls. We're going to do a drawing. We're going to spin a wheel. The first winner gets their first chosen winner gets their choice of either a 15-pound archetype hybrid or a 15-pound sneak attack solid, which is impossible to get anymore. You can't even find those anymore. It's a good one of Radical's best balls. The second runner-up will get whatever's left over. Okay, and I don't know anything about the Ovation because I'm going to drill that up and roll it. I'm excited about it though. The Tour V1, I don't have that. The only way I'm going to get that is if I get it in a mystery ball. The maximum effect, I don't have that one either. I've got the special effect, and the special effect is awesome for me. I didn't like the original effect Pearl. It was just kind of, it was hit or miss. It just didn't really work for me. I tried to make it work. I tried to put surface. I tried everything I possibly could. And I probably put about 50 games on my effect, maybe a little bit more, and it just wasn't working. So the special effect, which is, what is that? The solid, is working really good for me. So sorry I couldn't answer the question on that one, Enio. Billy M got 3 balls on the way. Ebonite Allure Solid for 84 bucks. I don't think I've ever heard of the Allure Solid. Is that an older one? A Deviate Warrant for 79 and an Ultimate Defender for 75 bucks. Man, I had that, like I said, I just started bowling January of 2024. And so those balls are before my time. Like I said, I took about a 12-year break. So some of these names I don't recognize, so apologize. Ultimate Defender, I do know. The Broski got the Ultimate Defender in a mystery ball. And he didn't end up liking it for whatever reason. Didn't really work for him. He gave it a couple tries and didn't really work for him at all. But those pretty good prices for those balls. Are those all brand new or are those used? X Mid, welcome to the stream. Do you know how to tell which Roto Grip gem I got secondhand? It's yellow, purple, and pink with a glitter logo. I can't find it anywhere. I don't. Yeah, I never had a Roto Grip gem, so I can't help you on that one. Sorry about that. Steve, go with the Evoke. Maybe Steve probably knows all that stuff. Let him know. Steve, go with the Evoke Hysteria or RST Hyperdrive Pearl. Oh, for an all-around? Yeah. Enio, I play stroke ball. Right on. Enio, my average is 190. Awesome. Priest, do you find clear inserts feel softer than the colored ones, as I have heard people say they do? You know what? Believe it or not, I do not have any clear. I only use turbo, and I don't have any clear turbo inserts on any of my balls. I have like close to, well, drilled up, I have about 34 balls. I don't have any clear inserts. I just never got clear for whatever reason. But they do feel a little bit softer. And I know from people that I bowl with, they prefer the clear because it is softer. I think it's just however they make the rubber is a little bit softer. So yeah, I know they're softer. I haven't tried the clear one yet because I like the stiffness of the colored turbos. Then I'm afraid if I put a clear one in there, it's going to be too soft. And That's the whole reason I don't buy Vice, because they're a little too soft for me. I don't know what grips you're using, whether turbo or Vice, but I like the harder feel of the turbos. All right. Enio, I prefer Brunswick Bowling Group. Right on. Yeah. If you're looking for an all-around Brunswick, ooh, I tell you what, an all-around Brunswick ball right now that's selling really well is the Crown Victory. That one's, I think that's Brunswick's #1 selling ball right now, and it's like $130. It's super cheap. So you can try that one. I like mine. And it's not too strong. It's not too weak. It's kind of like right in that middle, I would say kind of benchmark ball. The balls are spectacular. The reaction is good. Enio says, Enio, my favorite is Hammer and Ebonite. Yeah. I'm a fan of B7 too. You know, that's why one of the things I get mystery ball. I get the surprise balls from Bowling World. And I love the fact that I get B7 balls. I mean, shoot, the Severe Collision was $185. So, or yeah, 185 bucks, $190, and I got it for $99. So hell yeah, I'll take it. I'm a big fan of the Collision series. If you guys have the Collision series, spectacular bowling balls. Steve, an overlooked B7 ball is Radical Torpedo or Outer Limits. I thought you didn't like the Radical Torpedo. Oh, that's right. It didn't fit. You didn't know where it fit because you had too many balls that were overlapping, right, Steve? Enio, I prefer asymmetrics. Yeah, the Crown Vic is not. Let's see. You can do Brunswick Hypnotize. Hypnotize is pretty good. It's pretty strong. It's a hybrid. Track, like I said, Track Archetype Hybrid was a good one for me. That's an ASIM. Let's see. What other B7? Going down my list of B7s here. A lot of these they don't make anymore because I got a lot of the discontinued ones, but the Stealth Solid was really good for me. It is still really good for me. And you can't find that anymore. I can't speak about the Stealth Mode, but the Stealth Pearl and the Stealth Solid are money for me. I love that. I love the shape of that ball. And the closest ball to that is a Track Paragon Shadow, and that's an ASIM. But the numbers are almost identical to. Is that what it was? Yeah, I think it was pretty much the same as if it was an ASIM. X-Mid, no bud, appreciate, no problem, appreciate the answer. Yeah, no problem, man. Like I said, I'm not an expert by any means. I can only tell you what I know based on the balls that I personally have. Like, if I got free balls from these companies, then I could probably give you an answer. But I'll never do that because I never want to be biased. I want to be able to roll all the brands of bowling balls. So, like the Hype, if you watch the Hype, he's got the perfect job. He can roll any single ball he wants. He's not biased. He's not limited to one brand. And there's a regional staffer in our area too that he's on B7. I think he's with Hammer. I don't know which exact brand he's with, but I was like, man, you are lucky. You get a choice of all the balls that B7 makes. You can roll those anywhere. And then the PSO was like, yeah, that's the problem. He's got too many choices. I was like, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Like, yeah, if you're on B7 staff, you have a choice of so many balls. But then it's like, okay, well, which one do I use? And if you're on with Motive, you got a really limited amount. And SPI's got a big amount as well too. So, okay, Bowling with Brent. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Overseas Gem Hybrid, maybe. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember that colorway. And so, yeah, like I said, probably was an overseas. Okay, so it is past 5:15, and I'm going to go back to see who guessed. So somebody guessed the correct answer in this box. And it was GT Bin. Correct. So email me at thebowlingfool@gmail.com, and I'm gonna send me your address, and I'll ship a surprise or like a gift bag for you of my choosing. It'll be about like $25 as $25 value. So good guess, my friend. Congratulations. And I wanted to fool everybody. You did good. I wanted to fool everybody because it's the size of a bowling ball, right? This is the box. It's a little bit bigger than a bowling ball. So all you guys thought it was a bowling ball. Shoot. All right, let me catch up with where I was. Oh my gosh, yeah, a lot of people in here. I'm gonna try to keep up with everybody here. All right. Billy, they are new in box. The Allure and Warrant are 2020 balls. Okay, right on. Awesome. That's a pretty good price then. Bowling with Brent, X mid. Priest, sounds like I will go and try them as I find mine too hard, and that's Vice. Oh yeah, shoot. If you think Vice is hard, yeah, definitely. You probably want to get the clear ones then. I would definitely get clear because I know for a fact those are softer than the other ones. Steve, envious. Torpedo is an ASIM. Torpedo's pretty cheap too. Did they discontinue that Torpedo already? I know it's on discount. I was watching ZVL stream. I don't know if he mentioned that in the discontinued ball list or not. There's a lot of discontinued balls this week. But I went to look at the prices, and they're not really super low. So, and Motive never lowers their price much lower than like $20 from their retail price when they go closeout. So, what do you think about that Motive Rain? Holy moly! I was watching X in the Pit. James rolled that this morning, or he rolled it. And he releases the video this morning. That ball is looking good, and I didn't want to. I was like, man, I can't be afforded a $210 ball. I don't want to be buying that. I don't want to see it, But I think it looks cool going down lane. He didn't really like the way it kind of looked weird going down lane, but I thought it looked pretty cool going down lane with the green and yellow. Kind of popped. Enio, the last ball I bought is a Hammer Redemption Hybrid in 2020. Yeah, I haven't heard of that one either. Priest, I have the Severe Collision as well. Priest, have you drilled up your Severe Collision and you rolled it? Let me know how you like that ball if you drilled it up. Billy, B7 prices are great. They're damn good. Yeah, I mean, you can't really compete with B7, especially if you get a surprise ball. I mean, holy moly. If anybody's watching my stream right now and you don't have any balls at all and you're just getting started in bowling, go to Bowling World, make an account. You'll save $10 off your first order and buy like a 3-ball arsenal, and they'll give you, you don't even have to tell them what you want. They'll give you all, I can't guarantee it, but they'll probably give you some really good balls for a 3-ball arsenal. And if you keep ordering from them, I'm sure they look at your name to make sure they never give you a repeat ball. And I think they try to make an arsenal for you. If you're buying a bunch of balls, they're trying to make an arsenal for you. I know my first 6 balls were all different. I don't think I got one that was I don't think I got one that was a solid. I got one that was a solid hybrid, pearl, and then I got weak, strong, mid. I've got they kind of have a whole gamut of choices. Bowling with Brent, Combat. Yeah, Combat looks pretty cool too. Damon, love my special effect and my Evoke Hysteria right now. Bowling 700 series lately. Nice. Yeah, I'm still struggling with the Evoke Hysteria. I rolled with that on last Monday, and I put a 2000 service on it, and it finally reacted to the way I bowl. And I was doing like 15 mile an hour. I wasn't doing anything super crazy fast. The special effect is, I love the special effect, but I'm still not giving up on the Evoke Hysteria just yet. I kind of have to, I might bring that tonight to bowl just to kind of see, just to kind of figure that ball out, because I want to like it. I paid so much damn money for it. It's like, I want to like this ball. I don't want to have to get rid of it, but we'll figure it out. GT Ben, what? I won. You did. So I'm going to open this real quick and hold off on people's comments right now while they open this up to show you. So yeah, GT Ben, give me email me at thebowlingfool@gmail.com with your address, and I will send you a $25 equivalent gift package for you, bowling related, of course. So I got this the other day, and hopefully this was about $200. So it's a 3-to-1 ratio. So they give you 3 resins here. And I'm hoping to have no more micro bubbles with this stuff. So here's the 3 resins. And then they give you pumps here. I got this on cheapbowlingballs.com. This was the cheapest I found anywhere. I wanted to give this a shot because I have the Storm Thunder plug, and I'm not a huge fan of it at all. So, like I said, the broski got these, and hopefully, you know, I've seen the balls he's plugged with these, and they look phenomenal. So I'm really excited to try this one out. And everywhere else I look, it was like $230, $240. So we'll see. Like I said, this was $200 after taxes. I think it was like $190 after tax came out like $205 or whatever. But we'll give this a shot and see how it works. Pretty excited. I just have to get rid of, I have to plug a ball. All my balls are already plugged up. So good job on guessing the Wizard. That was an excellent guess. I thought everybody was going to guess bowling ball. And you saw through that. You must have watched my other stream. There it is, right there. Booyah. All right, so congrats on that. Okay. Any thoughts on the Vice IT thumb system? I'd never use it, and I will never use it. I had my Stealth Solid that I bought on eBay had the Vice IT, and I looked at it, I'm like, what the hell is this thing? And my old PSO that I used to take my balls to, I asked him about, like, somebody came in when I was in there. He's like, hey, I want to get this ball drilled up, and I have Vice IT. And he's like, oh, God. He was dreading it. I'm like, and I asked him, I said, what's up with Vice IT? I didn't know anything about Vice IT. I had just heard this is before I went interchangeables. I just knew that I knew there was Vice IT. I knew there was Turbo made one, and then Jopo. And I knew Jopo was the one that I eventually wanted to get and that I have today. But the PSO said there's just a bunch of steps. There's like so many steps you have to do, and it's kind of antiquated. I mean, if you see how the PSO does this, I mean, James on X in the Pit said on a stream that it's pretty easy once you do it. But when I saw it, I'm like, God, it's complicated. Or there's a whole bunch of more steps compared to Jopo. Jopo, you drill a hole, you put the outer in, you glue it in, and you're done. And you pretty much just trim the top down, and you fit the inner in, and you're done. And that is about as simple as it gets, and it's super strong. All my bowls are Jopo. I have never had any inner thumb come out. I've had none of the Jopos ever come out of my bowling balls. So I'll stick with Jopo. I'm too invested in Jopo to even think about switching. So I can't give you an opinion on the Vice ITs. The only thing I would tell you is I'm never going to use it. So there was a reason why Brunsnick went from Turbo to Jopo just recently. Everybody's switching to Jopo. Jopo is the number one out in the market today. Super easy. And it's a tried and true system. So you do need, like, if you have this is the Jopo inner. This is the tool that you have to buy for $20. I also have a metal one, an aluminum one that I got. I paid like $60 for, just in case this one breaks. This one, the PSO is like, beware of the plastic one. It may break. It hasn't broke yet. I've had it for over a year. So the plastic one will do you just fine. And it's got a locking mechanism. So it's got the threads right here, and it also locks at the bottom. So it's a double whammy. If your thumb is really tight in this, you can turn it in and out and lock it in with your thumb. Sometimes my thumb is a little bit loose, so it hurts to use to just use my thumb to tighten or loosen it, but I have to use the tool. Okay, it's not that bad. And the other one I have on a lanyard, so if I'm at league or something, I just pull it out and just tighten it up or whatnot. All right, sorry, I kind of went off on a topic on the Vice IT thumb system. GT Ben, thanks one for you got it, brother. Yeah, good guess, my friend. Congratulations. Nick, I got a storm typhoon the other way on the way. Can't beat 75.93. Where the hell did you get a storm typhoon for 75.93? 75.93. You had to give me the exact number. Storm typhoon. Is that a brand new one? No, closeout. Is the typhoon already on closeout already? Double Bogro, where's Nick Piria 300? I don't know what that means. Oh, Nick Piria 300. I ordered a 900 Global Wolverine Dark Moss from Bowler's Mart, and it was the last one, and it was cracked, so they let me substitute with a Storm Typhoon. It had 20 bucks. Oh, damn. Sweet. Not a bad deal. Hell yeah. Rewards. Yeah, I got some rewards from Bowler's Mart too. I think I got like 50 points, not a lot, but I think the rewards, if you guys are buying your bowling balls online, I personally think the best reward system in place is Bowling World. There's just golly, I mean, anything you buy, like I buy a bowling ball, it's like I instantly save $7. It's like it's either $5 or $10 off my next purchase. Like holy crap! Even I don't even think Bowler's Mart does that well of a discount, a promo code. But Bowler's Mart does these weird ass one-off deals on a Saturday, like the Rockstar for $89, and then what was it? The Ion Max for 100. What was the Ion Max? Like 140, 150, and then the Equinox I think was on sale as well too. And something else. I think it was like four SPI balls that were dirt cheap. So yeah, you never know. I mean, every one of those online retailers has their own special deal going on. I know Gebhardt's is pretty good. They usually have a $5 off promo code every month. The promo code changes every month. And they have some pretty good deals. Pretty good closeout deals too. Not a lot of people know about Gebhardt's, so if a lot of other places are sold out, go to Gebhardt's. Like when I got the Storm Identity, the very first one, it was sold out everywhere, literally every single online website. And I went to Gebhardt's and they had a whole bunch because nobody knew about Gebhardt's. I was like, damn, they're out in Pennsylvania, and there's no tax. It's free shipping, and I got a coupon code. I think I saved like. I was like $5 or $10 with a promo code or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I think more and more people are starting to find out about Gebhardt's though, because I'm seeing a lot of their stuff's kind of selling out. So I think word of mouth kind of got out there, but it was a secret for a little while. Like I said, the Identity was when it was sold out everywhere. The Identity was available for probably 3 to 4 days after the fact they sold out everywhere. And because I kept looking back, like, when are these things going to sell out? Like, holy crap, they got us full stock. And I don't know if they bought a whole bunch more than other places, or people just didn't know about the website, but who knows? Pritzy baby. Hey, welcome to the stream, my friend. I see some balls that have solid version and pearl. Couldn't you take the pearl and add surface to mimic the solid, or shine the solid to mimic the pearl? Yep, you can do exactly that. And I've done that with a few balls. It's not going to be exactly like a solid because the cover stock on a pearl is definitely different than a solid, but you can get it pretty darn close. Like I had the Endeavor, which is a pearl. I didn't like it. I put a crap load of, it just did not hook at all. And that's one of the few balls I put a 5-inch pin to pap. I was experimenting, and I put a 5-inch pin to pap drill on that, and it just didn't work. So I was like, I'm gonna just sand the crap out of this thing, and I think I went down like 1,000. I mean, it comes from the factory at like, do I even have it on here? Oh yeah, it's 1,500 and compound. So when they put the compound on there, it probably goes up to 4,000, maybe 5,000 surface. So I put 1,000 there, and then it barely reacted. So a solid is definitely going to give you more traction than a sanded pearl, but you can get it pretty darn close. So yeah, I mean, I sand most of my balls. I sand like anything with compound on it. I usually sand except for the collision line. The Wicked Collision, I didn't sand that, and it has compound on it, and it shaped perfectly for me. So I'm going to leave, when I drill the Severe Collision up, I'm going to leave the compound on it and see how it reacts for me. And if it doesn't shape, because the Brutal Collision had this, it was a shiny solid, and that one just was phenomenal as well too. So certain balls for me, shiny solids work. Others, not so much. Like the Special Effect with the compound on that, no bueno. I sanded it to, I think it was 2,000, and it was like boom, then it became a strike magnet. Priest rolls really nice, 45 by 4.5 by 40. Okay, cool. That's what I'm thinking about doing with mine, except I may do 4 instead of 4.5. I almost kind of want to drill it up the same as my other collision lines. My other collisions are 50 by 4 by 25 or 30. So I got a pretty low VAL, and they shape phenomenally well. So I may do the same for the hybrid. We'll see how that works. But 40, I'll say my PAP is 4.5 and a quarter up. Okay. Pritzy baby, is it just to provide different experience out of the box? So, yeah, I mean, for example, let's see, what's a big, strong, solid that I have? I mean, like a Track Stealth, that was a big, strong, solid that just got a lot of traction. And then I have the Stealth Pearl, which it's going to react a little bit late. It's going to give you more down lane action. It's going to, like my Pearl goes farther down lane before it reacts. So with solids, so you got solids, hybrids, and pearls. Hybrid is a mixture of both solid and pearl. Sometimes it's more solid than the other one. Sometimes it's more pearl than the other. And the pearl is just meant to skid down. You bring out the pearl on drier lanes and the solid on fresh lanes. Although I can pull out, like when I bowl in Napa, our league, they don't put out a lot of oil. So I can really I can bust out a pearl on game 1, right? I can do the Piranha Power Core. I can do the Identity on game 1 just because they don't spit out enough oil. Now, if I tried that on a house with a lot of oil, it would be going straight for me. It wouldn't do a damn thing until game 3 is when I pull it out. So if you're new into bowling, I would, I would get a solid, maybe try them all out. Get a solid hybrid and a pearl, and get one like a strong, medium, and weak. Have one for when the lanes dry up. If you go to the alley on an off day and you're just doing practice and they haven't put oil in the lane for 2 days, that's solid. It ain't going to work for you. The same with the hybrid. You got to have a pearl, and then maybe even you probably have to polish that pearl up for it to react. Billy, I'm excited to get the Allure Solid and the Warrant Hybrid. Some of the HK22 balls are a little too violent. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Some of the new HK22 balls are like, what did I bowl last week on League? I brought the Guru again. So I brought the Guru, and it was just like, yeah, I did a 3.5-inch pin, and I'm kind of regretting that now. I know some of you guys, when you saw me do a 3.5 pin to PAP, they're like, what the hell are you doing? And now I'm thinking like, damn, I made it way too strong. Like it's ridiculous. I got to move all the way to the left, and it comes back like a monster, like a beast. Steve, you need to break in the ball before service. Get 100 games on it. Give it a spare day and trust the ball. None of mine have had a surface change yet. Now the EXJ was crap and it's gone. Yeah, I'm gonna do that from now on. I'm just gonna go and break in my balls. Give it a breaking period. The problem was I was getting so many balls. Like I maybe rolled the ball for like 10 games. And I was like, oh, here I got a new one. I'm gonna try this one, and then I go back to it. So you're right, Steve. I gotta really bring these balls out and roll them a hell of a lot more than what I'm doing. Enio is ultimate. Let's see what your last question was here. And fill me in on what your question is ultimate, Enio. Rod, 1951. Hey, welcome to the stream, Rod. I have all the effects. The maximum effect is good. Is what you think it would be. A more traction effect, good. A good a more traction effect, good and heavy oil. I like it way better than the EXJ hybrid. Yeah, I'm kind of tempted to get the maximum effect. Like I said, I like the special effect. How does it compare to the special effect? Will I really notice much of a difference with the maximum effect? Because when I get another mystery ball, they're probably going to give me a maximum effect. I'm tempted to get another mystery ball just because I want the Hater Pearl. And it's like, do I wait till it gets discontinued? Because I'm not paying $190. Do I wait for it to discontinue, or do I pay the $99 and tell them, hey, I want a strong, sharp pearl in hopes of getting that? But there's so many strong, sharp pearls out there that I can get really anything. I'm not guaranteed to get the Hater Pearl. Steve, that's give it a spa day. Yeah. Nick, you could have had a blue coral venom to plug. Yeah. Yeah, I got it. Like I said, Nick, thanks for the offer, man. But I was looking, I was like, I got no space. I gotta get rid of probably 3 more balls to make space for these new ones. And it's like, yeah, I went crazy with these. And like I said, these are the 14s that I want to finish up my arsenal of 14. So I'm pretty much done for a while. Yeah, right. I just have to get rid of older balls. And let's see. GT, I did watch a few when I found your channel a couple days ago. Right on. Yeah, you were paying attention, GT. Dead Polymers. Hey, what's up, Dead Polymers? Welcome to the stream. Vice IT is a pain in the ass to install. Every other system is way easier. Yeah. When I went to the PSO, I went in there. I was like, "Hey, I want to get all my balls to Jopo," and he tried to push Turbo because he's a Turbo dealer. And I'm like, I don't want Turbo. I want Jopo. He's like, well, Turbo is this and Turbo that. I said, I want Jopo. I want it now. So he's like, okay, I ordered all the Jopos and I got Jopo. But I had to kind of like push him, like, I don't want the Turbo. Don't sell me on that. I've been watching all this stuff online and Jopo is the best. So I want the best. Yeah, like I said, if you Google like Vice IT, who was it? I think it was JR Pro Shop. They did a video, I think it was earlier this year or last year, and they did a comparison of all the interchangeables. And when I saw the Vice IT, I'm like, what were they thinking when they came up with this? Like, holy moly, they're making it way too hard. They had too many cooks in the kitchen when they came up with that damn design. It's like, damn. Jopo is like, hey, let's use the KISS principle. Keep it simple, stupid. And it works. Like, that's why Jopo is good. That's why they're the best, because they kept it simple. It's a one-piece system. Like, you can't go wrong. So thank you, Jerome, for creating an awesome product that's Jopo. Like, you guys rock. X-Mid, I got the Rotogrip Gem and Storm Pitch Black. Nice. Yeah, I missed out on the Rotogrip Gem. I was going to get the Gem, and I got the, what was it? The Ion Max instead. I was like, I'll just get, because I think the Ion Max kind of replaced the Gems. I was like, I'll just get the Ion Max. The prices didn't go much lower on the Gems when they were discontinued. And if the ball gets discontinued, if it's $100 or less, I'll consider buying it. If any more than that, I'm not even going to buy it. I mean, I got spoiled with so many surprise balls that it's really hard for me to pay. I mean, it's hard for me to pay more than $150 for a ball. It's got to be pretty good. So I've got so many balls that overlap each other too. Like, I really don't need any more new balls, to be honest with you. I've got so many balls that overlap each other. It's just like, I got to get rid of the balls that overlap and pick the ones that I like and keep those. X-Mid, my shop says it isn't worth it to switch. It just get a thumb made. It isn't. He says your PSO says it isn't worth it to switch to Jopo. were interchangeable, I think it's 100% worth it to switch to JoPo. I mean, it depends on if you just have one ball and you're just going to roll one ball for a year, I wouldn't really worry about it. But when you start getting like, I would even start with 3. If you got 3 balls, I would get a JoPo. My thumb fluctuates based on what I eat or drink. I mean, a lot of salty food, my thumb swells up big time. So I have to switch out JoPo thumbs. I don't know if yours is the same, but if you only have one thumb and your thumb expands really big, one thing I would recommend is get a little bit of chapstick and just put a little tiny dab here and there, and your thumb will never get stuck if you have problems with a stuck thumb. But I highly recommend JoPo. You got 3 balls, JoPo all day long, 3 or more. If you got one, I probably wouldn't bother. All right, so Feasting Turkey 7118. Welcome to the stream. Drill a mantra solid. Okay. Brunswick went from Ultimate to JoPo. Oh yeah, Brunsnicks. Yeah. Brunsnicks went from Ultimate. Yeah. Oh, Ultimate. Oh, so there's 4 interchangeables then. There's IT, there's Turbo, Ultimate. That's right, because D'Lo, one of our buddies, D'Lo, he went to a PSO that was closing down, and they gave him all he had was Ultimate. I forgot all about Ultimate. Thinking about that. Yeah, Ultimate is a B7 brand. If I'm not mistaken, it's one of the 7 brands. Yeah, he went to JoPo, so that's saying something. Priest, do you know anyone who uses those interchangeable finger inserts at all? I do not. I asked my PSO about those when they came out. I said, what do you think about the interchangeable fingers? He said they came out with those years ago and they weren't really popular. I think he said it adds a little bit too much weight. So that's what he said he said, don't bother. My fingers don't really fluctuate that much where I would really need something like that. But it's interesting. I'm kind of curious to see how they'll work. I've never seen them in action before, so kind of curious. Rewind Country, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Brunswick went from JoPo from Ultimate because Brunswick discontinued Ultimate thumbs. Oh, okay. Damn, I guess they couldn't compete. I guess that's probably why they went out of business. I completely forgot they even made interchangeables, and I don't even know anybody that does them around here other than that PSO. I think it was out in Danville that closed, and he was doing Ultimate. So, and then when D'Lo went to Ultimate, he's like, I don't like these things. Make them all JoPo. I don't like these, because he was JoPo, and he was so desperate to drill a ball. He's like, yeah, just put the Ultimates in there, and then he didn't like it. He ended up switching back to JoPo. You go JoPo, you'll never have to go anywhere. You'll never have to try any other interchangeable. Just go with the best right off the. I'm not even sponsored by JoPo, but I know for a fact they are the best out there. Nobody ever has any problems with JoPo. The only problem I ever heard was somebody leaving one of these at home and their thumb was too loose and they couldn't get this out with their thumb alone. It can be really tight with your thumb alone. So just beware. Make sure you have a tool. Like I said, these are like $20. If you forget your tool, you're kind of SOL, to be honest with you, unless your thumb fits really snug in that inner. Priest, do you know anyone who uses those? Oh, say it's already read that. Bowling with Brent, top interchangeable brands. Number 1, JoPo, easy to install, super durable. Yep. 2, Vice, harder to install, but very durable. Good. 3, Turbo, easy to install, prone to tabs breaking at the bottom of the inners. Well, that's good to know. By the way, like I said on the last stream too, I don't know how much Vice, if you could tell me, who is it? Who said that? Bowling with Brent. If you can tell us how much it is for each of those, because I know I can get a JoPo outer for under $10 when I buy them in bulk. If I buy 10 or more, I get them for like $9.99. and that's no tax-free shipping. And that's from Gebhardt's, and I think there's another site that does it. I forgot who else sells them. I think Bowling Index also sells them, but then you have to pay shipping and tax. So I would go with Gebhardt's, and you don't have to get all the same color. You can get all, excuse me, you can get all the different colors, mix and match, and just buy them bulk. That's what I'm going to do. So whoever guessed that box was Jopos and Turbos, that's my next purchase. I got to stock back up because I'm running out. I'm running out of my colors that I want. So whatever ball I'm going to drill, I'm going to just have to deal with whatever color Jopo I have. Nick came out in the spring. What came out in the spring? GT, if you need a ball to plug and drill, I have a Black Widow 2.0 hybrid. I could send. I need a layout on it. Let me think about that one. Demabara, Origin EX was $80 during the Bowlers Mart sale. Origin EX was $80. I didn't know it was that cheap. Damn. I saw it was discounted. I didn't get it because I didn't think it really got that much fanfare. I think a lot of people, first of all, the color is hideous. If you like that color, hey, more power to you. But the Origin EX color was, oh God, like SPI picks the ugliest colors compared to B7 and Motive. God, I don't know what the hell they're thinking with those colors. Even the original Origin was just like, but the original Origin got so much fanfare that when the Origin EX came out, it kind of was like, I don't think it really stood up with the original. So I saw it, I was like, I don't think I really need that. So I just ended up getting a Rockstar. I was tempted to get the Equinox, but I was like, I haven't got, like I said, I got too many balls already. Bowling with Brent, don't blow up Gebhardt's. That's my secret place. Okay. That's your secret too. I think the cat's already out of the bag with Gebhardt's, to be honest with you. Like I said, there's been a lot of stuff selling out on there pretty quick. So what's crazy is they've been around forever. Like when you look at the history of that place, and the building goes back to, don't quote me, I got to look at their website, but I think it goes back to like a 1960s. 50s, 60s, or 70s is when that shop opened up. And I think they just got new ownership, by the way, too, not that long ago. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the original owner ended up passing away not too long ago, from what I read. But yeah, that place is cool. They sell everything bowling ball, and then they also sell like billiards and pool tables and stuff like that. It's like a big old game supply shop. Looks really cool. If I'm ever in Pennsylvania, I'm definitely stopping in there. Place looks awesome. Dead Polymers, I got an Equinox and Origin EX for under $200 total from the Bowlers Mart sale. Hell yeah. Yeah, that was a crazy deal. Like I said, they sold out. They pretty much sold out of that stuff in a couple hours. I was working at the time. And Broski's like, hey, check out this deal. I think it was the Grams through the Broski's like, check out this sale. I'm like, holy crap. Boom. Rockstar, definitely buying the Rockstar. The other ones, I was kind of like, but yeah, you could have got some killer deals that day for sure. Steve, severe collision needs early roll with mid lane hook, or it might get long and get skiddy of you. Okay, good. So what would you recommend? A 45 by 4 by 30 maybe? Or 50 by 4 by 30? Or maybe 50 by 4 by 20? Yeah, I'm definitely going to make that one pretty strong. Steve, a strong solid is the outer limits. Well, for me anyway. Okay. Outer limits is, I think that one kind of went underneath the radar too. I don't think many people got that ball. I don't know if a lot of people buy radical balls. If you guys buy radical balls, let me know down in the chat. I'm kind of curious because I don't think they sell as well as the other ones. I could be wrong. I could, maybe certain areas of the country they sell phenomenally well. But I'm the only one at league with the Guru. I don't think anybody else has the Guru. And there's 25 teams. Our other teammate rolls a Radical No Doubt. That's his very first ball he ever got was a Radical No Doubt. And that ball is like an all round. If you're looking for an all round, all terrain ball, because that's his only ball he bowls with. He does games 1, 2, and 3 with that ball, and he put up like a 279 one time. Like, holy crap, or like a 260 something. He's got some really good scores with that ball. That ball is really good. So good that I'm almost thinking about getting that. Like, and I think they just discontinued that because they had the new one that came out, the Radical. What was it? The Radical, Solid, the No Doubt Solid that came out. And I think on ZVL stream, it was saying that both of those are relatively similar. They're so close that we wouldn't even be able to tell the difference. So if any of you guys have a No Doubt, let me know how you like it, because like I said, our teammate that has it, it's his only ball. He loves it and it rolls great for him at all different houses too. Light oil, heavy oil. He just puts some service on it based on whatever oil condition he has. Okay, Pritzy baby. I have a phase 2 and Hustle Glow. The Hustle Glow looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I like that. I like those bright, vibrant colors. They look cool going down the lane. I added some surface to the Glow and it reacts much better. I'm looking at maybe an Equinox next. They came out with an Equinox Solid. I'm not sure which one to get. What was the first Equinox? Was the first Equinox? Oh, sorry. Yeah, the first Equinox was like a pearl, right? Or something like that. I can't remember. I can't keep up with all their balls. I hear 50-50 with the Equinox. Some people hate it. Some people think it's overrated, and some people love it. So I guess it all depends on how you roll the ball. Nick, you're good. I'm just busting balls. I got way too many. I've also sold 6 balls just last week. Oh, damn. Good job. God, I'm having a hard time selling my used balls. Like, I dropped the price down dirt cheap too. I'm just trying to get rid of these balls, and I get no hits. Like, I get a lot of views. I'm selling them on Facebook Marketplace. Let me know if there's another place I should be listing my bowling balls at. But I got to mesmerize. Nobody wants that. I think I'm like asking $60 or $70 or something. Like, this is what I have. I'm just gonna list the balls out that I have for sale. And if anybody is interested, email me at thebowlingfool@gmail.com. I've got a 15-pound Brunswick Endeavor. I think I'm selling for $40. It's plugged, probably has less than 20. All these balls have pretty much less than 20 games on them. I got a 14-pound Hitter Solid that I just drilled up. Just plugged up. It was the wife's Hitter Solid. She probably has 30 games on it. It's 14-pound. I think I'm selling that for $50. Most of these balls are $50, $50 or $40. I've got a Theorem Pearl that was drilled up. It's single plug, but I got it drilled for two-handed. It's my two-handed attempt that I failed miserably at, and I don't think I'm ever going to try that again. I got the Brunswick Mesmerized. I think I'm selling that for $60. Like I said, 15-pound. I've got a plugged Fireball, the original Fireball. I think I've got 40 or $50 for those. Anybody wants killer deals? I'm only charging like 10 extra bucks for shipping. So, let me know. I got a clear house. If not, I'm going to just probably donate them to the local high school bowling team or something like that. So, bowling with Brent, interchangeable fingers are only really used at bowling ball demos. Oh, gotcha. That would make sense. That would make total sense. Yeah. Do they use interchangeables for the thigh? I've never been to a demo. They don't do demos out here at California near me for whatever weird reason. They're always back at like Michigan or whatever, or Florida. But I've never had a bowling ball company come out here where I can try out bowling balls. I wish they would. But I could see them doing interchangeables, or maybe put like Jopos in there. I'm going to just slide my Jopo in there. That would make sense. And I guess they have all the different balls where they all have different layouts on them, I'm sure. But yeah, the interchangeable fingers, that definitely makes sense. All right, so I'm gonna try my best to catch up with these comments. I was trying to do an hour Q&A. Doesn't look like that's going to happen because I want to spend an hour drilling this. I want to be done by 7:30 at the latest. So I'm going to start drilling these balls in a little bit here. And let's see. Priest in the UK, I know one shop who uses them and does them for people who have really bad finger swelling, and they are pretty nice. Okay. They have thick rubber pads on the sides of the inserts. Nice. Yeah, I can see them for people that get their hands swelled up a lot. Bowling with Brent, if you go to something like an SPI matchmaker, they use the interchangeable fingers from Turbo. They work well, but they require drilling more ball out to install the outer and stuff. Okay. Bowling with Brent, very few people's fingers swell enough that squish of the fingers insert isn't enough to count for it. Yeah, I didn't think so. Like I said, my fingers never get that swollen. I know certain different colors of the same size fit a little bit tighter. I don't know if you guys had that same experience. The white ones, for some reason, like the white Turbo, on the last ball that I rolled, what was the last ball I rolled? I forgot what I put the white grips in, but when I rolled that, it was like, golly, I barely fit my fingers in it. And I don't know, the other colors aren't like that. It's the same exact size as the other colors. Okay, Bowling Brent. Let's see. Nick, I've made my own Jopo tool out of a T-handle Allen key. The luxuries of being a machine is nice. They sell, is it on, I think it's on Etsy. There's some guy selling ones that I think he made in a machine shop that fit the Jopos. And they're like $30. It's an aluminum one, I think. So they're a knockoff. Nick, the Typhoon came out in spring. Okay. So is it the Typhoon is still current release, right? They haven't discontinued it, right? Priest, Bowling with Brent, a few people, even the PSO fingers can swell up like 5 sizes, which is why he uses them. Damn, 5 sizes. Holy crap. What the hell is this guy eating? He's probably drinking like a fish. I know when I drank alcohol, like it puffed my fingers up a lot. Even like the non-alcoholic beers that I was drinking was puffing my fingers up big time. Like, golly. Or if I eat like a really salty fast food meal, my fingers will be really fat. Billy, I miss bowling one-handed, but the constant swelling issues were quite a hassle, in my opinion. Yeah, for me, it took a little bit of a while for me to get the swelling down. Like I started getting a callus on the right side of my thumb, and it was just from gripping too hard. Once I released my grip, all that went away. I don't have any pain anymore, and I bowl one hand. I mean, I'll bowl 10 games a night. Sometimes, I mean, I used to bowl 12 to 15. I don't do that anymore just because it's overkill, and the lanes at that point, the lanes are complete toast. But if I do 10 games, my fingers are fine. So thank goodness I don't have that issue. Otherwise, I probably would have to switch to two-hand. And my two-handed game is not pretty. Nick, the original Origin sucks balls. You know, the Broski loves the original Origin. And like I said, another guy in our league, he bowled the Origin, almost got a 300 with it. It pairs good for certain people. I don't think it would pair good for me just because of whatever Broski does well with, I don't do well with. Whatever I do well with, Broski doesn't really do well with for the most part. So if the Origin gets discontinued and it goes dirt cheap, which will probably be a while from now, I may pick it up, but yeah, I don't know. Brado, welcome to the stream. Not sure why it's showing my name as this, not Lumpy, but good evening. Yeah, you got a weird name there. Uke for UJ. Uk for Uj. Brado. What's up, Brado? Oh, what's up, Lumpy? Welcome to the stream, my friend. So your bowling ball jig I will ship out first thing in the morning because I think a UPS store was closed today, being a holiday. So I shipped that out, and I think I gave you an email on when it's supposed to arrive to your house. I think it's next Monday, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you for the purchase, my friend. By the way, too, if you guys are watching this and you want to buy one of my jigs, I'm boxing everything up right now, and the T-nuts. I don't know if you guys are watching the news at all, and I don't know if this is going to go into fruition or not, but according to November 1st, China's putting major tariffs on the world, not just the United States. And I just heard this the other day. I haven't really followed up with the news with it or whatnot, but certain things that I get, like T-nuts on Amazon, come from China. And when they had those tariffs in, a few months back, I had a very, very hard time finding the T-nuts for the Vevor milling table. So if you guys have your own drill press and you have the T-nuts for the Vevor milling table, they were out of stock for a long time until the tariffs got relaxed, and then they came back in stock. And I went in and I bought them all out, right? And I'm running low, and I bought I think I got like 5 of them coming tomorrow. So I think I have like 15 left, which is not a lot of them. And if I have to buy them from somewhere else, they're going to be probably quadruple the price. And I'm hoping I don't have to do that. I'm hoping that the prices, or they'll have a lot more availability, but it's not looking that way. So I'm buying a lot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change things up. So Brad, you're the last one to get both the Vevor milling, the Vevor milling table T-nuts that fit on that, and also the T-nuts for the regular mill press like this, the T-nuts that go in here. Okay, those T-nuts were not hard to find. It was just for some weird reason the ones that fit on the Vevor milling table. So if you do buy a jig, I'm going to ask you, what do you have? Do you have a mill press or do you have the Vevor milling table? And I will send you the appropriate T-nuts for what you're using, just because I can't afford to be sending both. If you have like a mill press, I can't be afforded to sending you a Vevor, because a Vevor it's not going to really be worth it to you to have the Vevor T-nuts. You're not even going to be going that route. Okay. So I was giving you if I give you the Vevor, most likely I'll send you the ones for the mill press, okay, but not vice versa. Because if you do ever upgrade to a mill press, you'll have those T-nuts. So all those guys that bought a mill press from me, if you ever watch this, if you're all watching the stream, do not throw away the T-nuts that were extra, that were for the other thing that you don't have, okay, because those are going to be probably hard to find pretty soon. And they're very valuable if you do upgrade. So I just thought I'd throw that out there for you guys. All right, let's catch up where I was. Bowling with Brent. Nick, someone on Etsy made a Joe Poe compatible aluminum twist. Yeah, okay, it's $50. I thought it was $30. I bet cheaper than what you can get online. Yeah, the aluminum one, I think I paid I got it on Bowler X. I think I got it on a Bowler X or Bowler Paradise. Can't remember where I got it from. And it was like $65 or $70. Yeah, Bowler X, because I got an email from Natalie Tackett. I was like, telling me that it was going to be delayed. I'm like, holy crap, this is EJ's wife emailed me. So I guess she works in for Bowler X, I guess. I think they own the company, if I'm not mistaken, but I got an email. I'm like, holy crap, this is cool. I was kind of like, wow. Like starstruck. That's cool. I mean, that's how small bowling is. Like you can talk and hang out with some of the best people in the bowling world. Like it's no big deal, and talk to them online. It's pretty cool. Can't do that with like baseball and football and all those. Those guys won't have time to talk to you. Bowling with Brent, I found Gebhardt's when I drove past one of their physical shops in Pennsylvania on a work trip. Nice. Look them up and I've been super impressed with their stuff. Yeah, they're really good. The only problem I have with Gebhardt's, and it's probably because I'm in California, is when I get a lot of the balls. This is when they were shipping them U.S. Postal Service. I don't think they do that anymore. Everybody's pretty much shipping UPS now, just because of. If you guys work for the Postal Service, I'm sorry, but they suck. they lost one of my jigs in transit. It got destroyed in transit. It cost me a jig, which I was pissed. And most of the stuff that comes post service, the box is all damaged. And that was the one thing I had with Gebhardt's is like they put this thin layer of tape on the bowling ball box. I mean, it came undamaged, but it was like ready to fall out of the box. I'm like, damn, like this, they didn't really tape it up super strong. And I haven't bought a ball from them in a while. So I don't know if they've upgraded, but Gebhardt's, if you are watching, please put just an extra layer of tape on the bowling ball box because it was sketchy. It was like those things get beaten around in transit, and I'm all the way on the West Coast, so I just want a ball that's in decent condition, not falling out of the box, which I haven't had yet, thank goodness. But it's like it's really close to getting there. Steve, 50 by 4 by 30, perfect. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I had planned. Pre-Seek, I have the Outer Limits Hybrid. Such a nice ball motion. Nice. That's a beautiful looking ball. I'm not gonna lie. That's one of Radical's nicer looking balls, in my opinion. Steve, I have the Guru and Outer Limits. Just sold the Torpedo. Yeah, I bet the Torpedo didn't sell squat. I think the Torpedo direct hit probably sold more than the regular Torpedo. I'm scared if I get another surprise ball, they're gonna send me a Torpedo. I don't want one of those. Lumpy, I bought a mystery ball to drill when I get my stuff set up from Bowler's Mart. Got a Max Throw Hybrid. Oh, you got a Max Throw Hybrid from Bowler's Mart? What did you pay? What did you pay for that at Bowler's Mart? Because last I checked, it was like $150. Don't tell me you paid $150 for a $130 or $105 ball. I'd be pissed. That ball, I bought that ball for I think it was like $105. Max Throw Hybrid. Priest, RST Hyperdrive, solid, beautiful ball. Severe Collision, another beautiful ball. Bubblegum Vibe, too bright for me. I'm not a Vibe fan. Outer Limits Hybrid, Quantum Evo Response, and a spare ball is my current arsenal. Right on. How do you like the Bubblegum Vibe? I drilled it up for my friend D'Lo. It's just like I needed freaking sunglasses. It's so damn bright. I was like, holy moly. I thought about getting it. They hyped that ball up big time. Did they hype that ball up? Holy crap. Do you hear anything about that ball anymore? Nope. So if you guys can survive the hype, you guys have made it through. You don't need a Bubblegum Vibe. Those balls don't get discounted either. When they got like I think Gebhardt's is selling a 16-pound radioactive Vibe for $89. They don't get lowered that much because the ball is only like, what, $100, $105? You don't get lowered that much. Vibe line sells really good for Hammer. So I don't think they'll have any problem selling the Bubblegum Vibe. Dead Polymer Radical Rattler New is one of my favorite league balls. Yeah, I don't have a new ball yet. Yeah, maybe I should get one, try it out. I've heard that the Radical Rattler was an excellent ball, by the way. Dealt like a sleeper ball. Steve, Equinox equals boat anchor. Yep, I got no interest again in Equinox. Steve, how much for the Ditch Panther? Ditch Panther's not for sale. Ditch Panther, oh my God, this is the funniest thing today. I'll give you a little 30-second story. So I'm out here in the garage watching TV or watching YouTube on the TV. And my cat I'm watching bowling videos. That's what I do. And my cat is sitting there just glued, like, just sits there and watches the bowling. I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see if there's a YouTube channel that shows like birds and stuff, like a YouTube channel for cats. And sure enough, there was. So there's a couple YouTube channels out there, and there's a camera filmed on like this little feeding spot where squirrels and chipmunks and birds come, and it's like a crystal clear image. And it's like a 12-hour video. You just put it on and let your cat go crazy. Well, the cat went absolutely nuts when I put it on. I'm like, holy crap, it works. She jumped up trying to paw at the TV, trying to get the dang birds on the TV. I'm like, oh crap, maybe it's a bad idea. She's probably going to put a bunch of scratches on the TV. But it was funny. I was like, maybe when I leave the house for the day for work, I'll just leave that on the TV, keep the cat occupied. Thought that was pretty funny. If you got a cat, you should definitely do that. Keep them occupied, see what they do. Steve, I use Maxwell Hybrid as my spare ball. Nice. Bone with Brent. Reply to ball demos. They do turbo thumbs and fingers drilled to spans that are all a quarter inch or so apart. Oh, nice. 0-0 pitches, and they have tons of thumbs and fingers in various sizes to get a good fit. Well, that's cool. That's awesome. Like I said, they don't do ball demos where I live for some weird reason. So, boo. I guess you got to be up by Michigan where Brunswick is, and they probably promote all their products up there. Where do you, if any of you guys are watching and have done a ball demo, let me know where you've done a ball demo at. I'm kind of curious because whenever I see like a ball demo advertised online or something, it's always like in Michigan or Florida or something like that. It's never out my way. Rod, I'll take the Mesmerize for 60. Okay, cool. I'll email you after league. I'm the one who bought your last 2.0. Yeah, I remember you, Rod. Right on. Yeah, email me and then we'll get you the details. Awesome. Glad you could take the Mesmerize. I don't think like I said, it's a single plug. I don't think it's going to be a good ball for me. I don't think re-drilling it's going to be good. I re-drilled the Crimson Jackal and I rolled that first time on league on Wednesday. And I forgot to put service on it. And I polished the hell out of that to make it look all pretty. And I was like, oh, the ball's not doing anything, right? So I got to put service on that. Maybe I'll bring that tonight when I practice. I'll put service on it and get it to react down lane because it was like, nope. Going back to the Guru where I'm having to stand far left. It was funny. I shouldn't really admit this, but game 3 was probably my lowest game ever in league. Not one strike. I think I broke a record. I don't think I have a game where I did not strike one bit. I left a bunch of 10 pins. I was like, what the hell? I was using the Guru. It was like, boom, perfect pocket at 10 pin. And I was like, here we go. Here's my 10th frame. Am I going to break a record? And not one strike. Horrible game. Try to throw that in the past. Holy crap. I'm sure everybody's had that, but it was like, it's been a long time since I've ever rolled a game with 0 strikes. Pretty embarrassing. Ugh. Nick, buy American made. American made. Bolts and washers would work also. What are we talking about, Nick? I forgot already. For the hardware, for the jigs and stuff. I'm having a hard time. If you can send me a link or email me where you can find the T-nuts that are made in America, I can't seem to find them. And the ones I do find, they're ridiculously expensive. Like I said, I got to buy this stuff in bulk because I'm going to have to make another 20 jigs here pretty soon. I'm already down. I've already sold 10 of the 2.5 jigs already. I'm like, holy crap. And I'm having to like restock on hardware like every couple of weeks. I'm like, holy crap, I got to buy a whole bunch. I just spent like $150 on hardware today on Amazon. And I'm trying to keep the costs all minimal so that way that doesn't transfer to the customer. And when the prices jack up and all this stuff, like, God, I don't really want to raise the price. I'm not making too much profit on all this stuff. I'm making like just barely enough to make it worth my while. But yeah, if you can send me a link of where the T-nuts are, because I'm getting T-nuts for like the Vivor T-nuts are on sale for $9 for a pack of 4. And if you got a link, let me know. Bolts and washers would work. The T-nuts fit perfect in there. I want to make it as professional as possible when I sell my jig. I want to make it as easy as possible. So when people get my jig, they can install it in less than 10 minutes. And that's what people have when people were putting it on there, like, yeah, this jig's awesome, works great. And really easy to install, no problems whatsoever. And I really don't have too many questions from a lot of people. I've made this so simple for people that I really rarely. Like I said, I give everybody an instruction manual, like a little sheet that tells you basic instruction, how to care for it, what to do. I got a whole parts list for everything. I got everything all nice and organized, and it's so self-explanatory. I rarely have any questions from anybody once they get the jig. Boom. Install and ready to drill. So pretty stoked on that. Ross and Russ, what's up? Welcome to the stream. You can use an Allen key for Jopo thumbs. I can? Oh, shoot. You're right. Damn. You can. I never even knew that. Holy crap. I wonder if that would strip out pretty easily, though. I wonder if that's why they give you this, because it looks like the Allen key being in plastic would strip out. Let me know how that Allen works for you. It's not a bad idea. I might bring one just for backup, just to try it out. I wonder what size that is. Let's see. Let's get the light on in here. Yeah, no shit. Wow, fits. Good call on that. Damn. Well, this one's a little loose. Oh. Is it metric? Let's see. It might be standard. Hold on, let's see. I got a standard. Do I got a standard set? What's this one? Nope. Yeah, my Allen keys are a little bit loose, and I'm using some pretty big sizes here. I could definitely see that stripping out. Where to go? Here we go. All right, so I gotta get to drilling, folks. Let's see. I'm going to answer a few of these questions, and then I'll kind of go when I'm drilling the ball here, and I'll finish everybody else's question. Like I said, the wife's at yoga. She couldn't help me out tonight. I need to pick a night where she's home. She can help me read all these. I'm just a one-man band tonight. I apologize. Do you guys even want to watch me drill? I mean, I could just sit here and answer questions. I can drill after I'm done streaming. I don't need to drill. But I don't mind sitting here answering you guys' questions and stuff and just talking anything bowling related. That suits me just fine too. Ross, we made one. I can't remember the size, but it's a perfect fit. Okay, sweet. I got to go in there and resize them to see which one fits perfectly. Billy, one of my favorite league balls is the Hammer NV Tour. The Hammer NV Tour. I saw one. I almost bought one on eBay. The NV Tour Pearl. How's the Pearl one? The gray one, is that any good? The NV Pearl that you're talking about is the all black one, right? That one, I wanted to get that one when it was discontinued, and I was too late. It was sold out everywhere, and that's how I know that ball was good, because everywhere was sold out. I think eBay had them for like, it was $200. I'm not paying $200, but they were gone really quick. So yeah, I was very intrigued with that ball. Steve, for a pearl ball, the torpedo can hang with the best. Nice. Lumpy. Oh, we changed your name, Lumpy. You got how many different names? Is this the same Lumpy? Lumpy 44, 100, but I had 40 off, so paid 60. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Good deal. Dead Polymers. Bowler's Mart does a $99 any brand mystery box. Oh, okay. $150 if you want to pick the brand of the mystery ball. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Damn. Bowler's Mart and $99 any brand mystery box. Huh. Well, are you happy with the Motive Thrill Pearl that you got for $99? And you probably only saved what, $10 max? I didn't like mine. It didn't really shape. It didn't work well for me personally. I probably could have put a different layout on it. It could have made it work, but oh well. I think that's more of a high rev ball. I don't have the revs for that. Steve, you don't hear about any ball from 6 months ago. Exactly. The way they pump and pimp the new releases, it's crazy. Oh, yeah. It's like, I got the Crown Victory. I kind of like bought in on the hype of the Crown Victory. I'm like, this ball is cool. They're doing hyping it up. And I got it. And like a month later, crickets, right? Nobody talks about that. They pump out so many dang balls, man. It's like, you know, they can't keep up. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's good for us because they make so many dang balls that they're being discontinued with less than a year now, which is awesome. Like I said, when I first got in, the balls weren't being discontinued for like a year and a half to 2 years before they were being discontinued. Now it's less than a year, and a lot of the sleeper balls, like, look at the identity. Look at the new identity that came out that, they're just trying to offload. They made too many of them. SPI got greedy because they saw the first one come out and sell out within days, right? And they're like, oh, this one sold out within days. The next one's going to sell out within days as well, too. Well, nope. You got greedy, my friends. And that's what happened. And now they can't even, they have, if you go on every single website, they have every single weight in stock, and they probably got mass quantities. I know my PSO was pissed. He tried to offload them for me. He's like, hey, you want to buy these for 100? You want to buy anybody who wants to buy them for 150? And I'm like, not really. I already got 2 of the original ones, and I don't really want it. He's like, I'm having trouble selling them. So what he did to get rid of them, I think he did a special where it was like $180 or $200 drilled for the newer Storm Identity. And that's how he got rid of him. But he's like, dude, they screwed me. He's like, they got, I thought I was going to sell out on these things and they didn't. So good for us, because if you want that ball, they're dirt cheap, and they'll probably even lower it even more. I guarantee, to get rid of the Storm Identity, the new one, they'll probably even lower them to 120. I can see that ball going to 120. And if it goes to 120, I may just freaking pick one up. Who knows? Priest, I love that thing drilled. It's 50 by 2.5 by 55. So it's not too sharp for me. Damn, 2.5-inch pin. Holy moly. Colin, let's see if I can pronounce this. Kamaoka 7316. I'll just call you Colin. Welcome to the stream, my friend. I did a ball demo in Southern California. Right on. Where was it at? What alley in Southern California? I'm in Northern California. They never do anything up here in Northern California. It's like, damn, man. Southern California has all the cool bowling alleys down there. Nick, I've seen many ball demos in New England. Nice. Ross and Russ, East Tennessee ball demo here. Awesome. GT, what didn't you like about the Track Theorem Pearl? The Track Theorem Pearl was right out the box. I didn't like it at all. I had expected it somewhat shaped like the original hybrid that I had. When I got the Track Theorem Hybrid, first of all, I went into my pro shop and I went in with a list of 10 balls, and I said, which one of these do you think it would be good for me? And the Track Theorem Hybrid was at the bottom of the list, just because I was like, it was just one that I heard that it was good or whatnot. And he's like, that one, the Track Theorem Hybrid, is by far the best on that list. I'm like, hey, well, let's buy it, drill it up for me. I rolled it. He did a pin and ring finger layout, and I was like, damn, this ball is money. So if you don't have a Track Theorem Hybrid, boom, definitely get it. I don't have the new Track Theorem Solid. You hear that one is another good one. But the Pearl was a dud for whatever reason. It did not sell very well. I made the mistake. This is a learning lesson for me. I bought the ball before it was even released. He had them early in stock. And I'm like, can you get me, you get like the ball's a week in stock. And he only got a couple. And most of those were going to people on his staff. And I was like, oh, if you can sell me one, I'll take one. He's like, okay, here you go. So I was like one of the first to ever roll it. And it just did not shape well for my bowling style. And I look back and nobody really liked the Track Theorem Pearl. It was kind of a dud. And I even think they lowered the price on it big time. It's even lower than the Track Theorem Hybrid, which the Track Theorem Hybrid came out like, what, 2024, I believe. Maybe December 2023. Came out a while ago. And the track theorem pearl is actually lower than that. So I think they're trying to offload that. It might be discontinued here pretty soon. But I didn't like it. That's why I plugged it up. And then I was like, when I was trying two-handed bowl, I was like, I'll drill all. It had a very weak shape to it compared to the other one. It was just kind of more rounded versus the track theorem hybrid was like a hockey stick shape. It's like boom, right in the pocket like a damn explosion. But I didn't, I use that as my two-handed ball just because I figured with two-handed I'm gonna have a lot more rev. So I wanted something that was a little bit weaker. But it's for sale if you want it. I was going to give it to, there's another new guy in our league, and it's his first time bowling. I gave him a Exponent Pearl, and I drilled it traditional. I said, hey, if you want to, he's a young kid. He's like 24 years old. I said, if you want to try two-handed bowling, I got a theorem Pearl that I'll give you. If you want to try the two-handed, you may like two-handed better, just give it a shot. He says, he's going to try the traditional, but I just got it sitting in there. And nobody wants to buy that thing. I'll sell it for like $40. I don't know. It's been plugged once and it's got the drill for the two-handed fingers. But anybody wants it, I'll sell it $50 shipped. Nick, yeah, the T-Bowls. Gotcha. I've realized. Colin, back in September, I did an 8-ball storm demo. Damn. We talking September as in last month? 8-ball storm demo. That would be awesome. How many balls do they end up selling at these demos? And how does it work? Like, does the company come in and bring the balls, and then the company supplies the PSO with a bunch of balls? Like, hey, if you like this ball, go to the PSO and get it drilled, or how does that work? Do they give you a discount if you during demo days? What's the deal? Like I said, I've never been to a demo day. I don't know. I know that's where you try balls out, but do you guys like demo days? Do they work for you with the different layouts and the different thumb sizes and finger sizes and stuff? Let me know how you like those. Nick, buy them all for that price. I did. I have. I've been buying them all out. I go back every couple of days for the T-nuts for the Vevor milling table. Unavailable. Do not know when they're going to get back in stock. I literally bought the last of them. So hopefully they'll get back in stock. And they only limit you to buy 5 at a time because I think they're so like if I put more than 5 in my cart, it's like, nope, you can't do it. Reject. That's Amazon. It's like, damn, they won't even let me buy as many as I want. So I have to buy like 5 one day, 5 the next day, 5 the next day. It's like, damn idiots, just sell me them all at one time. You're getting your money anyway. Yeah. Dead Polymers. My PSO does an SPI ball demo every Black Friday. Oh, nice. Dell and Carolyn Ballard are the owners and both Storm staffers, so they only do Storm demos. Wow, that's cool. Man, I bet Storm demos would be pretty cool because not many people, everybody out here it's kind of funny where we bowl at. Like, I know if you go like to Indiana or back east, it's Motive Nation. Everybody rolls Motive, right? And out here, everybody does Storm. Like, you go to like the Pinot League, everybody is Storm. They all drink the Kool-Aid of Storm and SPI and all that stuff. And Napa's kind of more like mixed. I think we have more like there's a lot of Motive bowlers in the Napa League. There's also a lot of Brunswick bowlers, and it's kind of like I say all around mixed at Napa. We gotta have a mixture of everybody. But I do not drink the Kool-Aid. I get my balls from Bowling World Surprise. So yeah, I get majority of my balls are Brunswick. I have a few Motives. The balls I have the least of are SPI. And I do like my SPI balls. I'm not gonna lie. There's not really one SPI ball that I don't like. They all shape really good for me, actually. I've got the Ion Max. I love that. The Phase 2. I got the High Road 40. I've got the Zen Pearl, the original one that I bought used from a guy in our league. That one is awesome. I mean, I wish I would have bought that one brand new. And that's it, right? And then I got the Identity. The Identity is freaking phenomenal for me personally. Nick, I wouldn't use an Allen key alone. It will strip out. Ask me how I know. Yeah, it looked like it would strip out. I think that's why they don't do Allen. I'll use this, but thanks for the heads up. Nick, a quarter, I believe. Oh, it's a quarter. Okay, quarter Allen. Drill after. Nick, $160 at Bowler's Mart for the Identity. Yeah, dirt cheap. What was it? Bowler's Mart has it 159. Gebhardt's has it for cheap too. I think it's one. I think it might be the same price at Gebhardt's. Buddy's has theirs for 170, if I'm not mistaken. I was like 169, 170 or something like that. But Bowler's Mart, I think, is definitely the cheapest. Yeah, 159. Get it right. It's not 160, it's 159. 159.37. Colin, I like to pick up balls when they are near end of life and cheap. Right on. You are my hero, brother. So I do the same exact thing. And you can get phenomenal balls for dirt cheap. So I rarely buy new balls anymore. If you one of those people have to have the latest and greatest, then hey, more power to you. But I'll wait 6 months to a year and get it when it's half off, or just get a mystery ball. Get it half off. Colin, I like to pick up. Oh, so you got that one. Ross and Russ. My favorite league ball right now is the Gremlin, or if there's a carry down Ion Max, or the Rockstar. If that's all I really carry, and a spare. Tournament, I bring 6. Also, a quarter, I believe, is Allen size. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of good things about the Gremlin. So much so that I'm almost intrigued to buy one. But just like every other ball, they hype the hell out of the Gremlin. So I might wait until the hype dies down and see if it's still. I mean, they still are talking about it. Everybody's still talking about the Gremlin. It's come out. It's been like about a month? Did it come out about a month or 2 months ago? Yeah, something like that. Okay, Colin says Cowboy in Lakewood. I guess you're talking Lakewood, Florida. Billy, the Identity reminds me of the Virtual Energy Blackout because the cover is the same, but the core numbers are quite similar. I never rolled with a Virtual Energy Blackout, and if that rolls like an Identity, then the Virtual Energy Blackout is really good. But the Identity for me is like the numbers in the Identity are almost identical to the Piranha Power Core Pearl, except the Identity has a mass bias, right? It's an ASIM, but they shape pretty similar. If you look, when I go in 10-pin toolkit and I put my ball in the arsenal, they're right next to each other, literally. And both those balls for me are phenomenal. So when I saw the numbers in the Identity, that's one of the reasons I got the Identity, because I had the Piranha Power Core Pearl. I'm like, damn, this ball has almost the exact same numbers. And I know I'm going to roll good with it. Sure as hell, man. When I rolled that ball right out the box, it was like, I like this ball. This ball is good. And I got another one brand new in box. I haven't even drilled up yet. I actually have it for sale. I have it for $190, 200 shipped. And I may sell it. I may hold on to it. If any of you guys want a brand new 15-pound Identity in the box, 200 shipped, let me know. Email me and I'll think about it. I may sell it. I don't know if I'll ever get to it. The only reason I have it is for backup in case something bad happens to my Storm. But if something bad happens to it, I'll get the warranty. I think Storm's warranty is what, 1 year or 2 year? Brunswick warranty, rock and roll, man. I got a Paragon Shadow as a replacement for my cracked Stealth Solo. That was awesome. Colin, love the demo day. So rare, though. Storm sent some sales reps, and the local pro shop gave a 10% discount on the ball. Awesome. That's cool. Oh, by the way, if you guys follow Innovative on the socials, today was the first day of their PSO class. I really wanted to go to that PSO class, but unfortunately, this month, October, is my busiest month for work. This is the harvest season, so I was like, man, I really wanted to go to that. It's in Pennsylvania. It would have cost me a little bit of money to go out there with a plane ticket and the hotel and all that stuff. But if you guys are out there at the PSO training class at Innovative in Pennsylvania, Jacobus, Pennsylvania, I think that's how you pronounce it. Let me know. Comment down on the stream, man. I'm curious to see how that class is. There was a YouTuber that did a video a couple years back of the class. He didn't film everything. He just kind of filmed a little bit. I don't think he was allowed to film everything. But it looks like you would learn quite a bit down there. There's another, I think it's Classic, if I'm not mistaken, out of Vegas, that's also offering a PSO class that is, you get I believe all these classes, you get your certifications, BPSCIA or something like that. And you get a certification, so you could be like a pro shop operator. And there's one in Vegas that's coming up next year that I think the Broski and I are going to do. It's a lot closer than Pennsylvania. So if you guys watching this channel, you know anything about that, put it down in the comments down below. And don't quote me, but I think it's Classic. It's out in Vegas. So whoever's out in Vegas, it's one of the bowling ball distributors, I think, is hosting it. Yeah. So we may do that one just because it's a hell of a lot closer. It won't be as expensive. And plus, we love bowling out in Vegas. They have a ton of bowling alleys out there. Really cool bowling alleys out there, too. Brad Statton. Brad, you keep changing your name? Or is this another Brad? Need y'all's thoughts. I bowl Thursday and Friday at the same lane, same oil pattern. On Thursday, I am struggling, averaging 140-ish. On Friday, I'm averaging 173. How can this be explained? The same lanes, same oil pattern. Maybe you're not hitting your spots. Are you hitting your spots? I don't know. Is it the same time of day? How's the weather been? I know weather dictates what the oil does. If it's hot or cold or humid or whatnot, the oil dictates. So that has something to do with it. And also, I guess, with time of day, or how long has it been since they put the oil pattern down? All right, those are all things to consider. That would be my guess. Nick, the Kool-Aid is worth it. Yeah. Bowler X, 157.95. 157. Brad, I love my gremlin. Damn you guys are talking me into getting a gremlin. GT, my friend has a floor drill press, not sure the model details, typing to convince him, or I guess trying to convince him to convert to a drill and a ball. What run out tolerance on the spindle and chuck range should I look out for? So you have a GT, do you have a run out gauge? And as far as tolerance, let's see. I mean, that's a damn good question. Nick, you may be able to help on this one. As far as numbers, like a thousandth of an inch, I mean, maybe 2 thousandths of an inch tops. I wouldn't go more than that. And yeah, I mean, this chuck is guaranteed to have a run out of 0.0016. And if I've done my math correct, that's 16 10,000ths of an inch. I don't think it's 16 thousandths of an inch. I think it's 16 10,000ths of an inch, which is an insane tolerance, right? So, and that is barely anything. That barely registers anything on the run out gauge. So if you're, I guess it's a personal preference. If you're I would do a test drill with it and make sure when you shake this chuck that it doesn't vibrate. And when you bring it down, you know, it doesn't vibrate at all. If it vibrates a little bit, do a test drill. Any kind of vibration you get is going to lead to vibration, or sorry, any run out you get is going to lead to vibration, right? Like I said in my other streams, I got a crap load of vibration from run out. I mean, like I said, the first drill press that has crazy run out. So the less the better. If you're seeing a lot of vibration happening with your bowling ball as you're drilling, you do too much run out. I mean, that's the answer I would give you. So if you can, if your buddy is going to buy a floor drill press, see if he can bring whoever's selling it. See if you can ask whoever's selling it if you could bring a bowling ball. Well, probably don't have a jig, so you'd have to set up a jig. But I was going to say have a jig, drill a bowling ball up and see if there's any kind of vibration. But maybe bring a piece of wood, and if there's any kind of vibration, then maybe check the size of the hole. Bring a size caliper. I mean, that's kind of asking a lot. The guy selling it probably be like, "What the hell you want to do all this stuff for?" But Ross and Russ, Gremlin is no joke. Worth the investment. If you don't like it, I'll take it from you. Okay, well, shoot. You, Ross and Russ, you're like the 5th person to say the Gremlin is good. So I'm sold. I get it. I probably will end up getting a Gremlin. Whether or not I get it now or wait till it gets a lower price, that's the question to be asked. Billion. I like Luke Rosdahl videos when he would do the report card series after the ball had been out for a couple months. Yeah, I love Luke Rosdahl's channel. Very informative. The guy is a wealth of knowledge. I learned a bunch of stuff from watching that guy's channel. And I do love the report card. What he does, like he did it last year. I don't think he's done it this year yet, where he does all the balls that were made in the year, and he does a report on everyone and where they fit and what he thinks about. I'm like, damn, how do you do that? Like, how do you? I mean, I think one time he had like 100 balls on the list. I was like, holy crap! And he knew exactly how each ball shaped and how it compared to other balls. I'm like, holy moly! Like I could barely do that with my 35 balls I have. Nick, 6-hour drive for me to Innovative. Oh man, you're lucky. So you can do that. You can do that pro shop class. I think a pro shop class is like what, $900 or something like that. It's a week long. They give you food. The only thing you got to pay for is the hotel or housing and a rental car if you want to drive anywhere. I think it's in a very small town, Jacobus. I looked it up. Jacobus, Pennsylvania. It's like, I think it's like a couple thousand people in that town, if that. Innovative, from what I did my research, Innovative used to be in California. And then, oh God, I forgot the guy's name that bought it. I think his first name is John. If anybody knows his name, put it down in the comments. He bought it, and I think, I'm not mistaken, he grew up out there in Jacobus, Pennsylvania. So he brought the company back to his hometown, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but because I was like, why the hell would he go all the way out to this little town, Jacobus, Pennsylvania, and bring Innovative with him? Is the only thing I could really think of. But yeah, it's just way too far for me on the West Coast, and they don't really have any PSO classes on the West Coast until that new one. They just announced it a few weeks back. It's going to be in Vegas, so we're pretty stoked on that. Let's see, Nick, how many person league and the level of bowlers can change how they play? Yep, exactly. Talking about the lanes. Nick, the tolerance is not that critical. 0.003 is just a hair. Just think about that. Yeah, when I had my run out, it was my first chuck, and the crappy chucks that I got on the first drill press. The run out was like 3 or 4 thousandths of an inch. I think it went up to 5 thousandths of an inch. And I got some serious vibration coming from that. Like, damn. So, yeah. The minimum, I will go with the bare minimum. Lumpy, different Brad. Okay. We got a couple Brads in the chat. Sorry, Brad Staten. I'm getting you confused with another Brad. Lumpy 44. Different Brad. I'm still Lumpy. Nick, if you're within 0.005, it's fine. You just won't be able to cut down plugs, would be a problem. Yeah. Cutting down plugs, you probably get a little bit of vibration. Cutting down plugs is very, very demanding task for your drill press. This thing can handle it like a champ, right? If you get a mill press, I'm releasing a video. I did a review video this morning on this mill press. I did a video down, a little short. The beginning of the video is me going and pick it up down to SoCal and then driving it back. And I did I think it was like a 17 or 18 minute short review video on this and why I got this. So be on the lookout for that. It's for members only right now until Wednesday morning at 5:30 California time. I'm going to be live for everybody. So what is that? 8:30 for all you guys back east. And yeah, I talk about, so, you know, when I cut bowling ball, or when I cut down plugs on a bowling ball, this thing handles like a champ. The drill press, when I had the drill press and I cut down plugs, it did good. There was a little bit of vibration. You're going to get a little bit of vibration at first. When the plug cutter gets closer to the ball, it all went away. You're just trying to shape that plug to the shape of the plug cutter. Man, that's where you get that crazy, it's just really demanding. And so, you know, when I filmed it on the drill press, you couldn't even see it with the naked eye. I saw it myself. I saw the minor vibration myself, but looking back at the video, you couldn't even see it on the video. I mean, that's how minor it was. But to me, I'm like, oh my God, it's vibrating like crazy. And you guys watching couldn't even see it. But once it got down closer to the ball, it was good to go. So you can still cut plugs with a drill press. You just have to bring the press up really close to the plug. And this jig can handle it pretty well too. You may have a little bit of vibration, but like I said, all goes away once you get closer to the ball. GT, thanks, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Nick, for your help. Appreciate it. Nick, I wouldn't go. I know more than enough about drilling. Okay. Yeah, I just, like I said, with the run, I don't want to go off a topic with a run out, but like I said, my experience with run out was a very costly one as far as just going from different chuck to different chuck. And like, you have to spend the money on a decent chuck. If you don't want run out, you got to get a very high quality chuck, period. Don't get the cheap Amazon ones. This one has an R8 taper, right? All mill presses, pretty much mill drills have an R8 taper. Very strong. This thing can handle side loads. Drill presses cannot, right? So, like I said, the mill press, and I talk about this in the video on Wednesday, the mill presses, I put my drill bit in there, and if I want to mill out a piece of metal or aluminum, I hold this down, I lock it in place, and I move the table however I want that metal shaped, and it cuts it, no problem. You cannot do that with a drill press. You will mess up your drill press big time if you do that, because the drill press is not able to handle the side load of moving the table. So like I said, I mentioned that in the video. Any of you guys have a drill press and you get the Vevor milling table, do not, under any circumstances, put this down as you're drilling and move the table when you're drilling. It's only meant to be moved when it's not being drilled. Like you're getting all your pitches done, move it and then drill it, right? So don't try to be machining metal parts and stuff with the drill press. It's a recipe for disaster. You're going to mess up all the bearings in the drill press. So if you want it, and that's one of the reasons I got this too, because the drill press worked good for drilling bowling balls, but I eventually wanted to get this. I wanted to get this from the get-go. I just couldn't find one that was a good deal. And I want to be able to machine metal parts. I want to be able to machine these bottom plates of the jig, right? I want to be able to make stuff. And with a mill drill, I can do that. So that's one of the reasons I got that. Nick, maybe he is Amish. Let's see. What's that joke to? I'm already way behind. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Jacobus, Pennsylvania. Is that an Amish town? Yeah, that's crazy. I don't think he's Amish. He does bowling and stuff, man. What is this, Kingpin? That's funny. Yeah, like I said, anybody knows, put it down in the comments. I don't think the guy's Amish. If he is, he's a modern Amish that drives cars and stuff and takes airplanes to go places. GT, so 0.001 to 0.003 run out of fine to drill a plug. Cut down a plug. Yeah, it's just, you gotta have to do trial and error. I mean, you're gonna get a little bit of run out. You should be fine. I mean, you should be fine with 3/1000 of an inch. Just be on the lookout. I mean, I can't guarantee. I mean, I can't like guarantee that it's not gonna that it's going to work or it's not gonna work. I just know based on my experiences. So if it doesn't work, go, hey, well, Ryan said this. No, don't come back at me. But it should work. 1,000, 3,000 should work. When you get any higher than that, like 5,000, then you got some problems. And like I said, when you drill a ball, if you start seeing a bunch of vibration, you got way too much run out. Brad Staten, I used to be more lumpy, but lost some weight and had less lumpy. Lumpy. And stop confusing me, man. Jeez. Yeah, that's funny. Well, good job, man. Good job for losing the lumpiness. Awesome. Nick, I personally cut down plugs to 1/32 to 1/64 and then file by hand the rest and smooth out on a spinner with sanding pads. I saw some people doing that too with a file. I'm almost thinking about doing that. I mean, this does it so damn quick. Oh, cutting plugs. Yeah, so when I cut plugs, oh, got you to 1/32. Okay, you cut it just above. I should probably do that too, because sometimes when I get too close to the ball, and especially balls that I sanded before where they're not perfect diameter, like one side is maybe a little bit off the other, I'll zero it out on one side, and then when I turn it over, and all of a sudden it put a gouge on the ball. I'm like, damn. So if you are cutting down plugs, be careful. Like I said, when I'm cutting down plugs, I'm looking very close to see where that plug is. And as soon as it hits the ball, as soon as I can see the two circles from the plug and the rest of it is gone, I stop. And then I get like 320 grit and I sand it. And it's been working. That's been working pretty good for me. And you make sure that you vacuum out the excess bowling ball material, because if that gets in the way, it'll cloud and it'll cover up what you're cutting. And so I did that one time and I'm like, oh, it looks like I'm doing good. I'll just stop when it stops. And it put a big old gouge in the ball. And I'm like, oh, crap. So definitely clean out with a vacuum and make sure that the whole area is clear so that you can see what you're doing. Don't be like me. Don't put gouge in the ball, because as soon as you put a gouge in the ball, then you really got to sand the crap out of the ball to make it even. Luckily, it was where my span was, and it didn't really affect the shape of the ball or anything. So, Nick, I meant I wouldn't go to innovative. Oh, gotcha. Okay. What is it? Innovative? I think Jayhawk may do one too. I think it's out in that one's out in Kansas, where their headquarters is at. And then, like I said, Classic, I think, is getting in the game with the Vegas one too. They see that there's some money to be made. So I will let you know how the Vegas one was, because I think we're definitely gonna do the one in Vegas. So it's like the same price, like $900. I may learn some new stuff. I'm kind of curious. I mean, I really want to learn how to do this. I mean, I've got the span gauge. I like to figure out how different pitches work for different people. And I would really like to get somebody fresh off the street and just be like, okay, drill this, look at his finger. How does he roll the ball? Drill the ball how you think it would work for him. And then have him roll it and get like a great score. That would be rewarding to me to do that. And that's essentially what a PSO does. I look at my PSO, my old PSO, and I'm like, damn, dude, what you do is pretty hard. Like, you got to grab somebody off the street, size up their fingers, and get the pitches just right, and know how they release the ball. And without really watching it, I mean, especially the people that go from house balls to buying their first brand new ball, it's like, wow, like, because you really can't judge anybody's pitch on a house ball. not at all. So, although, what was it? Yeah, after league on Wednesday, the new guy on our league, he's a family member, and his thumb was getting stuck because I did his whole layout and I drilled everything for him. Well, his thumb was getting stuck, and I was like, he kept going in the gutter. I'm like, oh damn, he's going in the gutter all the time. I said, you know what? We don't have time. I wanted him to practice with the ball before league. He did not get a chance to do that. So I was like, let's just go back to house ball for tonight. After this league night, we'll go and practice with your ball and figure out what the hell is going on, because we didn't have time to mess with it during league. I'm not going to mess with it. And so after the league, I just put a little bit of I gave him a little chapstick, put on his fingers, boom, instant release. So his thumb fit good. I bought a brand new drill bit just for his size thumb. So I figured it was something simple like that. And we put tape in his thumb and worked out all that. And it worked good. You just got to work on his approach and his release. And he was put it down the middle. I was pretty impressed. And I was like, damn, I did that. So that's the first person that I've done something from scratch. Did their span and all that. And yeah, so I'm excited on Wednesday. Hopefully he got some practice in. I gotta message him. I'll probably message him tonight and see if he got some practice in with that ball. And then hopefully we can get some good scores. So yeah, pretty exciting. Nick, I've tried drilling ovals on my drill press and jig setup, and it cut, but the further down you went, it created a taper. Okay. Yeah, like I said, when I get my DRO, I'll probably get that maybe the end of this month. And I want to do oval. So I'm gonna do a stream where I learn how to do ovals, and maybe I do a practice ball so I don't mess up one of my good balls for sure. Actually, it's in the it's in the inner. I don't have to worry about messing up a ball. It's just drilling out my inner Jopo. Nick, the way you never Nick, this way you never cut into the ball. Sometimes the plug cutter will leave tearing marks, which doesn't look good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what it did to cut my balls. So I'm definitely learning. Brad, Wichita, correct. Is it Wichita? Where's Jayhawk located? I don't know if it's in Wichita. Jayhawk is in. If you said it, I'd know it. I don't know if it's Wichita. I may be wrong. Billy, I would like to learn how to drill my own equipment. How much does it cost to buy the drill press and everything else? So I did a video. If you look at my video, a DIY Bowen Pro Shop, and I posted this. It was like 4 or 5 months ago. I did this video. You go on there. It's a less than 20-minute video. I talk about all that and talk about the costs involved. I would say the costs involved minimum would be $1,000. Okay, with the drill press, the jig, and the Vevor milling table, you're looking at about $1,000. I wouldn't, and that's with a really cheap drill press. You can go upwards with a drill press. I would say $1,000. Expect to pay $1,000 to 3,000 tops. Right now, where it comes in costly is the drill bits. Okay, drill bits are going to cost you $60 to $80 a piece. They are not cheap. You have to get bowling ball, either Innovative or Jayhawk drill bits. Those are the best. I tried to buy a $12 one, a 7/8 drill bit that I drilled for the wife's ball, and the ball ended up cracking on me at the finger. So was it related? Could be. Am I going to mess with a $12 drill bit anymore off Amazon? No. Never had any problems with the Jayhawk. I get the Jayhawk drill bits and they work perfectly for me, but they are a little bit costly. They come out to around $55 if you buy them in bulk. If you buy the kit, they'd sell 18, a 25, and a 41 piece or something like that. I think those are the numbers. The problem with buying a used drill press is it's probably a piece of crap, especially if you didn't pay a lot of money. You have to get lucky with drill presses and get a good one that doesn't have a lot of run out, right? And if it does have run out, you may have to replace the bearings. Does that company still make the bearings for that drill press? That's the problem. So you can buy a new Wen from Home Depot, floor model, for $750, and that will do the trick. The warranty is only 2 years, I think, 1 or 2 years for that. I personally had a Delta 18-900L that I bought brand new at Home Depot. I had the veterans discount that I got from Home Depot. And if you're a veteran, you get 10% discount at Lowe's and Home Depot, which works in my favor, especially when I buy big purchases like that. It was $14.90 something. So essentially, I got it for $1,500. I didn't pay the tax. So with my discount, I essentially just didn't pay, like, it was almost close to $200 for tax that I didn't have to pay. So check out that video that I have. I can do a whole stream on that. I'm not going to do that tonight, but look for $1,000 to $3,000. If you really want to get good stuff, like I said, I bought this for $1,900. Killer deal. It's a refurbished mill press. These things brand new go for $4,000. Watch for that video that I'm going to be posting on Wednesday. I talk about that. Right? It was such a good deal. I went down to Southern California and drove it back. Because when I bought it, I said, hey, how much would it cost to ship it from Southern California to Northern California? They told me $700. I said, hell no. I'll go down there. I'll visit family. I will rent a car and deliver it myself. And I think the total cost on that was like $300. So I saved like $400, and I got to visit my friends and family down there in SoCal, and we made a road trip out of it. So there you go. All right, where are we at here? Nick, depends on if you buy new or used. Yep. Brad, the pitches are so important. My thumb pitch was off, and I was literally bleeding every time I bowled until I got my pitches right. Damn. Did your PSO drill that where you were bleeding? Like, holy crap. I've never had that problem. I get a callus right here, but it's gone away. Because I stopped death gripping the ball with my thumb. I try to do a nice easy release, and all that callus is going away now. I get a little bit of right here on that tip of the thumb, but it's nothing. I don't ever bleed. My fingers never bleed either, so I'm fortunate. My PSO drilled my balls and my pitches really good. So I pretty much, when I'm drilling stuff, I'm mimicking what he did. I've never really changed my pitch from what the PSO gave me just because it works for me. But yeah, if your stuff's not working, definitely try different pitches and stuff and see what works. I wouldn't even really know where to go with, the different pitches on how to make things work. That's one thing I would learn at the PSO school, is how to get things worked out perfectly for the pitches. All right, I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna go till 7:30. I'm not gonna drill tonight. I got way too much stuff. And maybe next time when the wife's out here can help me, I'll drill and she could read the comments at the same time. But it's gonna be next to impossible for me to drill this and read at the same time. We'll be here for another 3 hours, and you guys don't want that. I don't want that. But maybe severe collision tonight. I'll probably drill it off stream or something, or maybe I'll wait to drill it. Who knows? Or I'll tell you what. I'm going to drill the Venom. I'm going to drill the 14-pound Venom shock. That's what I'll do tonight. As that's a used ball. Nobody cares about that one. I'll wait to do this for a video or a stream. Nick, my brother-in-law used a 27-30 seconds drill and oval to just over 7/8. Damn. Yeah, 27-30 seconds, what our new teammate was. That was what his thumb was. Awesome. Priest, HTML, not HTM. Let's see. Where were you at on that one? What was that in relation to? I got to go way back to that one. You lost me, Priest. Yeah, you're way. Oh. Okay. All right, Priest. Brad, what part of your thumb, sides, top, or bottom? Priest, because I slightly tear at the base of my thumb, so I might ask to get more bevel or see if I need forward pitch. You slightly tear at the base of my thumb. Oh, damn, base at your thumb. Yeah, if you're getting tears at the base, you definitely probably need more bevel. Make sure it's not super sharp. It's probably sharp. Uh, I had to cut down I was changing my pitch on my thumb on my Jopo when I first started drilling. I just want to kind of experiment a little bit. And I actually had to cut my Jopo down, my Jopo inner down a little bit, and it left it real sharp. And it was like, ooh, yeah, that hurts right there. So I had to bevel it out a little bit more. Yeah, definitely sounds like you need a bevel on that. Nick, just watched JR Raymond's video on the trick to cutting ovals. Yeah, you told me about that. I need to watch that. I didn't watch that yet. I haven't had a chance to watch that, but thanks for letting me know about that, Nick. Colin, I should get a ball spinner. You should. I think everybody should have a ball spinner. Ball spin. When I had like 10 balls, the broski was like, get a ball spinner, man. It's going to save you. And I'm like, oh, fine with just sanding pads. And once I got the ball spinner, I'm like, how did I do this before I had a ball spinner? Like, golly. Ball spinner is, yeah, if you're doing your own stuff and you're cutting down plugs, you definitely need a ball spinner. That's a must buy. I guess you could file the plug down like Nick's doing. You could file it down and then maybe get some sandpaper, but the ball spinner makes easy work of that stuff. And I've got the half horsepower. They make a third horsepower. 30. I bought mine brand new. You can find a lot of those used online. I've seen a lot of those used, and they probably still work good. I needed one ASAP, and there was no. Actually, I got a deal at Innovative on Christmas. That was last Christmas. I was like on a Christmas buying spree, and they had them. They had a Innovative had a promo code. It was like a Christmas promo code. I'm like, damn, okay. So I bought a bunch of stuff from Innovative, and I bought that ball spinner. And yeah, so the half horsepower was like $30 more than the third horsepower. So what the hell? Brad, at pre-seeker, the back of my knuckle and inside of the thumb. Now I have a good callus and no bleeding. So much smoother out of the ball. Nice. GT, I get like 2 or 3 balls a year. I really want to do my own garage PSO and plug shop for personal use. Such a cool hobby, but I'm on the fence due to cost. Yeah, if you're doing 2 to 3 balls a year, you can't really justify it. I mean, hell, I'm getting at least 2 to 3 balls a month. And like hell, I just got five balls last week. If you're like me and you have a whole bunch of balls, definitely get your own stuff, right? But if you're doing 2 or 3, it's not worth it. Okay, Nick says costs definitely add up, but I get used balls off of people for cheap that plug and redrill and sell to help offset the cost. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm finding a lot of used, like now that I got my own stuff, like I'm actually looking at used balls a lot more now. And if it's a single plug, hell, I'll re-drill it up, or single drill. I'll plug it up and re-drill it. I get the practice to plug it up. Plugging's fun too. If you guys haven't plugged yet, it's a really fun thing to do. Nick, you got to put the wife on the payroll. Yeah, she actually just got home. She's always tripping out every time I'm like still streaming. After she goes to yoga and comes back, she's like, "I just went to yoga and you're still streaming." Oh my god! But no, I'm gonna end this at I'll probably end this in about another 5 minutes. It's gone long. I go on. I could keep talking all night. To be honest with you, I got to put a limit on my live streams. GT, yeah, Nick, I just want to mess around with pitches, plugging, and layouts. My PSO is terrible. Oh, okay. Yeah, if your PSO is terrible, then yeah, you may want to get your own stuff. And by the way, when you do get your own stuff, you will get more than 2 to 3 balls a year. And maybe it would be worthwhile if you do get your own stuff, because like I said, most of my customers that buy my jig, or they want to get into the DIY stuff, like I said, I get so many emails, so many messages from everybody out there that they say their PSO sucks, right? I know there's a lot of great PSOs out there, so I want to just add this. There is a lot of great PSOs. My last PSO in the Bay Area is one of the best in California, if not the nation, at what he does. He has a name for themselves. They have an awesome team that goes out and they rake in so much money at tournaments. They are awesome. And so he is really good. The only reason I got into my stuff, he wasn't bad at all. He was actually fantastic, but it was draining my wallet. I was like, this stuff's costing me a lot. And me being a DIYer, I'm like, I'd rather do stuff myself and get the satisfaction to do it myself, no matter what it is. I'm the kind of guy that washes my own car. I don't take it to a car wash. I pull the bucket out with soap and I wash my own car. I mow my lawn. I weed whack. I do my own garden stuff. I don't hire anybody to do any of my stuff. It's just how I am. It's how I was raised. It's like take pride in what you do by doing it yourself. My dad taught me that. And so that's what I just follow through. So yeah. But some PSOs out there, I've heard horror stories like, God dang, like it's the bad ones that are creating new customers of mine, right? Going out, hey, I'm looking to buy a drill press. My PSO sucks. He doesn't know how to drill. And so thank you, bad PSOs, for giving me business. Appreciate that. I'm going to end the stream in a little bit. So maybe like 5 minutes. I didn't even bother drilling. I've been talking the whole time. So the wife just got home. Yeah, she's like, oh my God, you're still streaming. So we're going on 2.5 hours. I said, there's no way I'm gonna be able to read all this and drill at the same time. So we'll do that some other time. I think the stream's becoming more of a DIY, just Q&A. So if you guys, like I said, if you guys want to do this, I'll just do like Q&A with DIY stuff. I'll make that this stream every week. And if you're watching this after the fact, and put a comment down below if you're watching this after the fact that it's live, and let me know what time works for you. I'm kind of, it's either Monday or Tuesday are the days I'm going to stream. And I know today's a holiday, so a lot of you guys had off. I think some of you don't have league. I think most people have league still. It's not that big of a holiday where people don't have league. But I may try like a 4 p.m. I don't know. Let me know on the East Coast, guys, how that works for you. That would be 7 o'clock your time. Or if you went later, I know some of you guys prefer later on mine, but the 5 seems to work for me. 5 California time works for me. So, all right, Nick, thanks for the $2, brother. Appreciate it, man. Keep doing your thing, bro. Love the live streams. Hell yeah. Thanks. Appreciate it, brother. Okay, let me get back to where we were here. Let's see. Nick, yeah, I got into it in 2019 when the price went up to $70 for finger holes and grips. Yeah, like I said, my PSO was $80 to $90, and he got that no problem because he was good at what he did. I go into the shop. Hey, I want this ball. Can you drill it up? Yeah, drill it up in 15 minutes. Some of the days I had to make an appointment because he was really busy, and I remember going to him one day, and I said, hey, how's business? He's like, I'm drilling up 16 balls today. I said, holy moly. So that's when you know your PSO is good, when they like are fully booked out and they're, and they got to fit you into their time slot. And then he tells you they're drilling 16 balls a day. It's like, holy crap. So yeah. Not everybody is blessed with good PSO. So I feel sorry for anybody that doesn't have a good PSO, but good luck in your venture on doing DIY. And I think anybody that's getting into DIY stuff, you'll truly love it. And it's, like I said in the last stream, it's something there's something super satisfying about getting a ball. You order a ball online. Yeah, it takes a week to get to you. Big whoop-de-doo, right? So it comes in the mail. They deliver it to your door. You bring it out to the garage. You put it on there. You drill it up. You put your JoPo. You put your inserts out there, and you go out and you roll it at the alley that night. That is super cool to me. Totally worth it. Nick, I actually had 2 ball spinners right now. Damn. Are they both the same or are they different? Priest, ball spinner is great for polishing, saves time, which is why I might get one. Definitely. If you don't have a ball spinner, get one by all means. One of the that's like a definite DIY pro shop purchase. Don't even think about it. Just get one. Also, a ball reviver oven is good too. I know there's other ways to get oil out of the ball, but I've got you can buy a dehydrating oven that will work just as well. I've got the innovative single ball reviver and it works good. It's set to 1 temperature and it gets all the oil out of the ball within 2 hours. If it's really heavily saturated, it gets it all out within 2 hours. It's got a 2-hour time limit and you can set it to 30-minute increments. But a dehydrating oven, it's pretty much just a dehydrating oven. So you can find one of those. It does the same exact thing. Nick, I bought an innovative 1/2 horsepower ball spinner used for $150. Damn, killer deal. Then I was gifted one from a friend who no longer could bowl anymore. Damn, dude. Damn, Nick, you're getting so lucky with this stuff. Like, I guess the more people you know, the better hookups you get. Damn, dude, you got like what, 10, 15 balls from Motive. You got 1/2 ball spinners or 1/2 horsepower ball spinners. Like, lucky, dude. Nick, tell her I said hi. Nick says hi. She says hello. Dead Polymers. I was going to buy a press and jig and DIY a setup, but I got lucky and found a used pro shop press for a steel. Oh, damn. It's an older Delta Brunswick press. No digitals or anything, but works great. Sweet. Hell yeah. Those are the best ones. You can find one that was used in a pro shop for cheap. That's a real good deal. GT, thanks again, Ryan. You got it, man. Appreciate it. And then I think I saw your email come through. So with your address, so I'll send you something really cool. So look forward to that in the mail. Congratulations on the lucky guess.
Wow.
Yeah, he got. I don't know if you were here when he got it.
No, but
yeah, GT, he guessed it. He guessed the wizard.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's been watching my other streams. He knew that it was in. He knew that was in the box. So. Watch him work for cheapboneballs.com. You better not be working for cheapboneballs.com and saw my name. Right? That'd be funny. Nick, I'm at work right now. Yeah, no, man. Yeah, you're always working, watching me. I appreciate you taking the time to watch me while you're working. You get paid to watch me. That's funny. GT, I prefer Tuesday. Was about to go pickleball tonight, but saw your alert and decided to watch stream. Damn, dude. Appreciate it, brother. Man, that means a lot. You ditch pickleball to watch me, dude. Awesome. Yeah, I know a lot of people have Tuesday streams. So, Tuesday league. So, I'm going to switch it up. It's kind of, I'll kind of,
Are they giving you feedback on what works best?
Yeah. But everybody's kind of all over the table. They're all over the place with the days. And it's like, I can't make everybody happy. I just kind of have to do what I do. And if you miss the stream, you just watch it later. And maybe I'll
part of the fun though for them is to be on here with you.
Yeah. I know James at X in the Pit does a live stream on Sunday. This is the second one he did in the pro shop. He's very knowledgeable too. He's a PSO out of New York, a Weagle Bowl in New York. I got Wood Lanes. If you ever watch that channel, I'm a big fan of X in the Pit. Love their channel. He's given me a shout out too, which I truly appreciate. And yeah, he's got a lot of good. He answers a lot of good questions about pitches and all that stuff and Jopo. And he did a stream on Sunday. So he does a weekend stream there. I was thinking about maybe if I have a weekend day off, I'm thinking about maybe doing a weekend too. We'll see. I think most people on the weekend are out and about.
Not on Sundays.
Yeah, maybe Sunday.
Night.
Yeah, maybe Sunday. I'll see. What do you guys think about a Sunday? Maybe like a random Sunday, do something. All right, so I got a couple minutes and I'm going to wrap it up. So finish up with your questions and stuff, and then I'll end it around 7:30. So I got a couple more minutes. If I don't get to it, I'll read it later and I'll respond to you in the comments section. Nick, my PSO I was using was also terrible. Yeah, it's like I said, horror story. I hear from a lot of people. Nick, yes, both innovative 1/2 horsepower. Lucky. Brad, I've got a scent I need drilled. Maybe I will send it to you, fool. I don't know. You give me your layouts and stuff. Maybe I will. I haven't really drilled anybody's balls yet other than the Broskis, Delos, Gramps. Actually, I haven't drilled a whole bunch of people's balls. I haven't drilled anybody really outside of the family. That's what I'm saying. Like mostly everybody's ball I drilled is from the family, but
he's selling himself short. He can absolutely drill your balls.
So yeah, let me let's see. Yeah, Brad, email me, Brad. We'll discuss it. Well, we got to worry about like shipping and stuff like that. It ends up kind of being costing and stuff. Yeah. Nick, some of the scent you should send to me. Do you like the some of the scent? Because that's on sale right now. I was thinking about getting that. How much, Brad? Nick, I would want it back. Right on. Monday is good. Okay, cool. I'll be the first friend. Nice. There you go. Sweet, man. Yeah, rock and roll. Like I said, Brad, email me at thebowlingfool@gmail.com. We'll discuss, prices and shipping and all that stuff. And I ship everything on pirate ship. So bowling balls to ship are less than $15. Really good deal. They pirate ship if you want to ship anything, and that goes for you too, Nick. If you're selling bowling balls and you're shipping bowling balls, go on pirateship.com. I saved a bunch of money in shipping costs shipping my jigs out all over the East Coast. I was going to the UPS store and they were jacking me in the price. So I had to pirate ship and they find the cheapest price from UPS and also the Postal Service. So killer deal. And I can send the ball for dirt cheap. And if you guys are shipping, you can send it for dirt cheap too. It's kind of save on cost. Awesome. Yeah, cool. Pirate ship. Yeah, the broski told me about pirate ship. And I was like, I've been hooked ever since. So all right, guys. So thanks for watching the stream tonight. Sorry I didn't get time to drill a ball. There was a lot of people on the stream. I thank you for everybody for your support. So many people on the stream that I didn't have time to drill. There would be no time to do both at one time. So I will have to drill up the Venom Shock tonight. It's a used ball, big whoop-de-doo. And I'll save one of these for the next stream or a YouTube video or a YouTube short because I love doing those. And I said, if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. We're close to 1,000. I'm trying to get to 1,000 by the end of the month. I think we can do it. With this video coming out on Wednesday, I think we'll easily do it. And it talks about this mill press. Okay, so I think a lot of people will be interested on the Wrong Foo mill press. To Wrong Foo. I think Bubbers wants to say hi too, or say goodbye. Come here. Oh, love bugs. All right. She wants love too. She wants to say hello.
She's like, Daddy, you've been so busy.
Yeah. All right. So good night, everybody. And I'll see you on the next stream, the next video. Happy bowling and get some good scores out there. Thanks, Fool and Mrs. Fool, for lending him. You got it.
Who's that?
That's Brad.
Okay, thanks, Brad. And thanks for saying hi, Nick.
You want to hit the X button on her? Turn it off? Holy moly.
All done?
Yep. All done. See you guys.
Bye, y'all. How do I stop it?
The X on the top. There's an X there.
Sure.
Here. Yeah.
Babe.
Oh, am I sure I want to end? Yes. Sorry, guys. Babe.